Back here at UCCU Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University, Robert Lovell with you alongside Willie Akers and Nolan Anderson on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports as we get ready for the first pitch of the 3A Baseball State Championship Series, Game 1 here in Orem tonight. And Nolan, as we look at this game, any keys you see now coming into this first game of the state championship?
Well, one thing that stands out for me is you've got to have a good first inning for both these two teams. If you want to be successful, it really starts. You want to get them out 1, 2, 3 and sit them down in order if you can defensively, and then you'd like to come out and get that first run on the board.
Willie, any thoughts?
No, I agree wholeheartedly. And that's why I was kind of surprised when we found out that Coach Jacobson had won the coin toss, but decided to take visitor in that first game. I like to see every advantage I could in that first game. So apparently Coach Jacobson don't feel that way.
Wants to score first.
There you go.
There you go. So stepping into the box for Canyon View will be Trenton Bubba Ludlow, followed by Asher Slack, then Brady Anderson. The fourth batter this inning, if they get there, is Jaron Bradshaw. Ludlow grounds to the left side. Marostica at short, fields it, and Cowan drops the throw. So safe at first is Ludlow on the first error of the game after one pitch.
Well, sometimes it doesn't take long. You got a new guy at shortstop. Luke Marostica generally playing second base, and that's a different throw.
Coach Park talked about that too, right? Make the outs. Don't give them extra outs.
So that will bring Asher Slack to the plate with Ludlow on first. Austin Park now working from the stretch. First pitch. Must have been a bit up for ball one.
Asher Slack comes into the ballgame hitting .392, 30 RBIs, 12 stolen bases. Trenton Ludlow with 15 there at first base.
Long look at first. 1-0 pitch from Park. Curveball drops in for a called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, it's going to be important that he keeps that get that curveball over early in the count and being not so he's not afraid to throw it at any portion in the at bat.
Park again comes set. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ludlow takes off. Ground ball to the right side is foul for strike 2, and that will bring Ludlow back to first base.
I think we might have the old-fashioned hit and run on there. Yeah. The way the Slack acted there at home plate.
Well, Coach Jacobson mentioned it. They're going to have to take advantage of every opportunity they get. They know there's not going to be many of them, and right there, got first base holding the runner on, and so you got a little bit of an opening there and trying to shoot that ball through that right side, that 4-3 hole.
Throw over to first is not in time as Ludlow dives back safely.
Yeah, Ludlow's the team leader in stolen bases with 15.
It's got about a 2.5 step lead over at first base. Throw over to first again, not in time. No tag applied by Cowan. Park checks Ludlow again as he comes set. Here's the 1-2. Just a bit up for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Asher Slack.
What we've seen in the tournament so far, the strike zone pretty small.
Throw to first. A little bit offline as a result. No tag applied from Connor Cowan.
Yeah, Park just wanting to keep him. If he can keep him a half step closer to first base by letting him know, hey, I'm aware of you and throwing over, that'll be good.
Next pitch is going to drop off low for ball 3 and a full count now to Slack. So Canyon be looking to get back-to-back runners on here. Coach Jacobson half-heartedly gave about a 2-move sign.
Yeah.
Before turning his back. Turn and throw to first, not in time, as again Ludlow dives back safely. Connor Cowan wanted it, didn't get it.
Well, this is going to be probably a count. They probably get him going right here on this pitch, so it's a strikeout, throw-out potential.
Park again checks him. About a 2-step lead for Ludlow. Turn and throw to first again, and again not in time as Ludlow dives back. But Ludlow's doing a good job of diverting the attention of Austin Park from the batter. Here's the payoff pitch. Ludlow takes off, fly ball into the outfield. Jimmy Larson came in, now drifts back, and he'll make the play for out number 1. An F9 for Asher Slack, fly out to right for the first out of the inning.
Got a good piece of pitching right there from Park to come back on that full count after he'd thrown over their first base a couple of times on the outside part of the plate and get him just to swing, lift up up to right field and get under that pitch, and nice catch out there in right field.
So it'll bring Brady Anderson to the plate, hitting from the left side.
Brady, 368 hitter, 2 home runs, 43 runs driven in.
First pitch misses up for ball 1. He'll stand back in on the left side. He's the RBI leader for this Canyon View team. Throw over to first. Not in time, as again Ludlow dives back safely.
Well, Ludlow's got to feel pretty respected out there,
yeah,
knowing that, hey, I'm getting a lot of throws at first base. So
1-0 pitch on the outside half for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
We talk about different coaches and different signs. Coach Jacobson, one that sticks with the traditional signs, doesn't use the card system.
The 1-1 pitch. It's going to miss inside for ball 2 to Anderson. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, an interesting comment I heard at the 2A state championship, talking about the signals and stuff. So some of these coaches act like librarians rather than baseball coaches. What's that, the Dewey Decimal System, something like that?
That's right. Throw over to first again, no tag applied as Ludlow dives back.
I remembered that from a long time ago.
So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on first here for Canyon View, top of the first inning. Park comes set. Ludlow takes off, swung on, ground ball to the right side, fielded by Cowan at first. He'll step on the bag for out number 2, and Ludlow moves into scoring position on the play.
Well, he did his job. Got the runner over.
That allowed Jaron Bradshaw the opportunity to try to drive in the opening run of the game.
But both coaches mentioned these situations, right? You get that clutch hit in the time that you need it. Right now, this would be clutch for Canyon View with Jaron Bradshaw coming to the plate with 2 outs, runner at second base.
Well, he's had some clutch hits, 451 average.
Watch the strike 1 go by on the outside half.
3 home runs, 30 runs driven in. So, if he can run into one here, probably going to score a run.
Yeah, Ludlow with good speed at second base. 2 outs in the inning. The 0-1 from Park. Same spot on the outside edge for a called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
This would be big if he could get the plate out right here.
Quick look at Ludlow. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Ground ball back in the middle, just past Park into center field. Trevin Park bobbles and it gets behind him. Ludlow will score easily, and Bradshaw will move up a bag in the process. So it's an RBI single for Jaron Bradshaw. He moves to second on the second error of the inning for Juab.
Well, it's that extra out. You go back to that first play on that first pitch from Ludlow. Should have been out number 1. Instead, drop ball. He gets the second on a good situation hitting wise, moving the runner, and then giving Jaron Bradshaw the clutch hit right there with 2 outs.
Yeah, and I think Trevin Park trying to come up early, maybe have a throw it, play at the plate, just forgot the ball.
Brings Bryce Atwood to the plate. Big swing and a miss on the curveball for strike 1.
Good looking pitch right there from Park, and that's what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to really mix it up, keep these hitters guessing.
Atwood hitting from the left side. And Park's going to step off the mound.
Bryce Atwood leading the team in average, 522, a home run, 37 runs driven in.
Park takes a sign as he works from the stretch. Bradshaw getting a pretty good lead at second base. The 0-1 pitch to Atwood, misses low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Bradshaw out there at second. He's got 7 stolen bases on the season, so he is a threat. They don't pay close attention to him.
Well, the outfielders are deep enough that base hit's probably going to score regardless.
Timing play at second base, not in time as Bradshaw dives back safely.
Yeah, and that was the full spin move right there, so it's hard to get that perfect throw, and he threw that on the second base side of second base versus the shortstop side, or it would have been a lot closer. Now
here's the 1-1 delivery from Park to Atwood. Swung on, fly ball to the left side is going to get foul, and it looks like it's going to get into the bullpen out of play. Yes, it will for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good effort there from Hayden Adams and
Trey Coombs.
Coombs there.
Coombs, yeah.
Trayson Coombs there, the left fielder, but just run out of room as that bullpen down both corners. It jogs out, really cuts the foul territory down in those left and right field corners.
So 1-2 count. Next pitch from Park. Just a bit up for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. 1 run across for Canyon View here in the top of the first.
Well, you talked about leaders. Bryce Atwood.
Yeah.
Coach Jacobson probably doesn't want to see anybody other than Atwood right here.
The 2-2. Breaking ball. Stays out for ball 3 and a full count. Second full count of the inning for Austin Park.
Well, and I think Park realizes really good hitter in Bryce Atwood, but there's nobody on first base. First base is open. He's going to have to hit my pitch right there, a couple borderline pitches. We'll see what he does here with the full count.
Long look at second. Here's the payoff pitch. Stays up for ball 4. 2 on and 2 outs now here in the top of the first inning.
Well, that pitch was borderline once again. It was right on the outside part of the plate, so it's a potential get him to chase, maybe not real good, or even maybe get a called third strike. But still, nothing really hurt there for Juab with the first base open. Brings up Zach Main.
321 hitter, 5 home runs, 26 runs driven in.
Main goes with an open stance. First pitch, swung on, high pop up down the right side. Cowan moving into foul territory, calls for it, and makes the play for out number 3. So a P3 for Maine. Pop up with the first baseman for the 3rd out of the inning. But Canyon View strikes first. They get 1 run on 1 hit. 2 errors committed by Juab in the process, and 2 runners left on base. Through 1/2 inning of play in the 3A State Championship, Game 1. It is Canyon View 1, Juab 0 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Homes aren't one size fits all, so why should your home insurance be any different? Farmers Home Insurance Packages offer coverage options you can tailor to fit you. Discover straightforward home coverage options and more by calling Farmers Agent Dan and Gabe Cranny at 435-896-5453. That's Dan and Gabe Cranny at 435-896-5453.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders. Our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
Welcome back here to UCC Ballpark at Utah Valley University as we go to the bottom of the first inning in a 1-0 ball game. Canyon View leads at Juab, and the Wasps with their first crack at it will bring the top of the order. Trevin Park, Austin Park, and Connor Cowan. If they get to the 4th batter, the cleanup hitter is Luke Morostica, and Zach Main on the mound for Canyon View. First pitch to Trevin Park, misses in the dirt, ball 1.
Yep. Zach Main comes in with a 2.59 ERA in 46 innings of work, 50 strikeouts, 18 base on balls. Trevin Park, 373 average, a home run, and 7 RBIs.
Watches ball 2 go by low for a 2-0 hitters count now for Park. Main's not a strikeout pitcher. You said 50 strikeouts, just barely over 1 an inning. 2-0. On the outside edge for a called strike 1.
You know, it was interesting as you asked both these two coaches, what do you expect from the starting pitcher? Do you want to see them go deep? Coach Park definitely wanted to see Austin go deep. Coach Jacobson said it really didn't matter. He felt like he had 6-7 guys he could go to.
fly out to center field from Trevin Park as Ludlow reels it in for out number 1. So an F8 for Park for the first out of the inning. Yeah, and again, we'll see what that does and what that does for pitching tomorrow too. That's the key, especially because you look at it, the pitching numbers, your pitching count is done by day, not by game. And so you come out and you throw 36 pitches today, you're done.
Yeah.
And where you can throw 36 pitches in the first game tomorrow and then still throw another 60 pitches, later on.
Reach the 110, absolutely.
Got a ball 1 to Austin Park. He's in on the right side here for the Wasps. Main out of the windup. Next pitch, that one's in there on the outside edge for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, he was questioning the umpire right there. Really didn't like that pitch.
Going to ask. He says he's going to give me that one when I get back out there.
The 1-1. That one will miss outside. 4 ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. It's always interesting to see where batters stand, and Austin Park's toes are almost on the plate. I mean, he gets as close as he can possibly get. 2-1. Stays low and away for ball 3 and a 3-1 hitter's count.
Yeah, as I've watched him, I noticed that the other day too, Robert, and I think the only thing I can think of is teams are throwing him away a lot. So guess what? Takes away the outside part of the plate. He dares him to throw it inside.
Curveball lined into right center field by Park. That one is going to get through the outfielders as it rolls to the warning track. Park is rounding second. He's on his way for third. The throw is offline, and he'll slide in safely. Austin Park with a 1-out triple, and that will break the triples record as well for most triples in a career for Austin Park.
Yep, he's got a few milestones he's reached so far in this tournament. We'll try and develop them as we go through the game tonight.
Well, and that would have been interesting had that ball been thrown on target. It was offline, but it looked like it was going to be a bang play, and then the throw was offline. But nice piece of hitting from Austin Park.
Brings up Connor Cowan, 410 hitters, 6 home runs, 35 runs driven in.
Fouls off the first one, does Cowan, for the 0-1 count.
Coach Park, he steps out, looks over at Coach Park in that third base dugout, and I'm sure he said hit something in the outfield.
There's the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, good block by Thomas to hold Park at third.
Well, Park is coming around, and just before he hit second base, he looked over at Coach Ludlow, and Ludlow was sending him, so he just kept it in gear. But it's like you say, if that throw would have been online, could have been interesting.
Main out of the windup with the runner on third. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
But the game of baseball is a lot of ifs. So,
yes, it is.
And Coach Park out again, giving him a few words of encouragement, telling him, hey, you don't have to do too much. Just get something to the outfield. Anything even on the ground other than right at pitcher, you probably score.
1-2 pitch. Just missed. Zach Main wanted it. Didn't get it for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Cowan's probably not going to look at that pitch again the next time.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, line drive, back in the middle for a base hit. That will bring in Austin Park to tie the game at 1 here in the first inning as Connor Cowan comes through with the RBI single.
Yeah, Cowan just too good a hitter. You knew that he was anything close on that next pitch, he was going to be swinging. He got the fastball, drives it right back up the middle. Picks up that RBI single and gets that 1 run back, which is huge.
Yeah, and bring up Luke Moroska. He's been strong for him in the last half of the season. Comes in 321, 4 home runs, 18 runs driven in.
Sophomore hitting out of the cleanup spot. Stands on the left side. First pitch. Going to drop off low and in, ball 1.
Yeah, Connor out there's got 12 stolen bases.
Yeah, he had about a 2.5 step lead.
This Thomas behind the plate's got a good arm.
1-0 pitch, swung on, ground ball to the right side. McClellan moves over, fills it. The flip to second is in time. No play at first. They will get the lead runner, though, out at second for the second out of the inning on the fielder's choice and into by Luke Morostica.
Yeah, and that was a nice job. McClellan makes a nice play, flips it over there, but a really nice job by Slack to go down and make sure they got the out.
So it brings Kai Hansen to the plate with 2 outs. Runner on first, 1-1 your score here in this game 1 of the best of 3 state championship series.
Kai Hansen, a 373 hitter, 21 runs driven in on the season. Luke Moroska, 10 stolen bases.
First pitch, called strike one.
Thought he was going. He faked it.
Yeah, he did. He took that kind of 3 or 4 hard steps like he was stealing the base and then squared up to see what the pitch was.
Yeah, he only gets about a step and a half lead. Throw to first, not in time. He kind of could just fall back. Barely have to dive back on that one. A little bigger lead this time from Morostica. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two and an 0-2 count to Hansen.
Hansen's going to need to shorten up right here with this 0-2 count. Be short and quick to the baseball. Also, this is where, as a first base runner, you can get a good secondary. Might be a ball and dirt type situation.
0-2 pitch. Misses up for ball one.
Stayed with the fastball.
Yeah. So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's what runners on base will do to your pitcher and catcher. A lot of times it changes the way you pitch and what you throw.
Morostica takes off on that one as Hansen fouls it off out of play. So Morostica will head back to first. Hansen stays alive.
Yeah, it's like you say, he did shorten up, just hit that ball where it was pitched. Just a little behind it.
Well, and you've seen, too, they pretty much saw, okay, fastball 0-2. He's probably going to go to the off-speed, so a good running count, and they had him going.
1-2 pitch, swung on and fouled off again by Hansen as again Morostica took off. That was a little bit later for Morostica, but
yeah, he got that secondary and then went.
Yeah.
It's almost like he saw the swing start, and that's when he took off. He was moving on the swing.
Talked about Coach Jacobson giving the traditional signs. Coach Park does as well. He just does it from an untraditional place. So he stays in the dugout. Ground ball back in the middle, fielded by Maine, and he will flip to first for out number 3 on the 1-3 ground out for Kai Hansen. As Juab ties the game, they get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors committed by Canyon View, and 1 runner left on base through 1 inning of play. It's Canyon View 1, Juab 1 in Game 1 of the 3A Championship Series on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Back here in Orem at Game 1 of the 3A Championship Series, it's the 7-8-9 batters this inning for Canyon View. Chandler McClellan, Jake Thomas, and Cannon Williams. If they get to the 4th batter, the leadoff hitter is Bubba Ludlow. Austin Park on the mound for Juab.
Chandler McClellan, a 289 hitter, 2 home runs, 24 runs driven in.
First pitch on the outside half, strike 1.
Well, Austin asked him, if you're going to give me that pitch when I get out there, there's his answer.
So an 0-1 count. Next pitch from Park. Swung on and fouled back to the screen for strike 2. So I had Park at 21 pitches in the first inning.
That's where I had him.
And Zach Main at 22.
Well, and that's one thing, too, that Coach Park mentioned. He wants to see Austin go late, deep in the game as much as he can, but they do have players they feel like could come in and close it out if need be.
Next pitch missed off the plate outside for ball 1 in a 1-2 count.
That's a good spot. Even if Blue ain't calling it out there, you got 1 to waste. Waste it close.
1-2. Curveball drops off low and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
McClellan's one of those batters that just battles, too. He does a good job. not typically your 7-hitter.
2-2 pitch is popped into shallow right field. Larson coming in, and he'll make the play for out number 1. So an F9 for McClellan for the first out of the inning. That'll bring Jake Thomas to the plate next for the Falcons.
Jake Thomas came into the game today hitting .362 with 26 runs driven in.
Well, with Austin Park on the mound, too, your right fielder's going to usually have a busy day so far already. 2 flyouts to Larson.
First pitch, check swing, foul ball, strike 1. Park out of the windup, the 0-1 pitch, curveball, swung on, slow roller to the third base side, and Kai Hansen's trying to say that went off of his foot, and now they will send him back to the plate for a foul ball, strike 2.
Yeah, the first base ump was signaling that. Home plate ump was just a little slow.
See if we can see that on the replay, but yeah, it definitely just died right there at home plate. Yeah. Well, and obviously...
Yeah, and if you're Jake Thomas, why not take off and see if you can get the infield hit?
And Adams, obviously, Juab knew that because he went and picked it up, because if he'd have let it keep going, it may have gone foul, but he actually picked it up right there on the line, but I think that's because the umpires had already called it dead.
0-2 is fouled off to the right side by Thomas as he battles. A good eye of Willie to see that the first base umpire already had that one squared away. So no 2 count now to Thomas. Next pitch from Park. Misses up for ball 1.
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there. See if you can't get him to climb the ladder and chase one out of the zone. Also a good setup pitch.
It's the 1-2 delivery. Curveball swung on. Ground ball to the left side. Fielded by Morostica. Kind of off his back foot. Not a great throw. Didn't get a good handle on it. And safe at first is Jake Thomas.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Adams could have made that play or not. It's almost like he ran past it and kind of let Morostica take that one, but it wasn't hit hard enough, and it was just far enough in that hole that there was no chance even if he would have had the strongest arm on the field.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That Morostica was thinking that same thing, so he didn't, instead of circling around, getting behind it, had to backhand the thing and then throw off the back foot.
So an infield single for Jake Thomas. That'll bring Cannon Williams to the plate.
Cannon, a .264 hitter, 12 runs driven in.
First pitch, misses up for ball 1.
Just one stolen base out there for Jake Thomas. If he is, in fact, running for himself. I didn't see him put the speed up.
They usually bring one of the Sanders brothers in. Next pitch, swing and a miss for a strike 1 and a 1-1 count. I don't know if it was, I think it's Phelps that's out there running for him, Phelps Sanders. That's who they usually go with. Phelps or Jeter. The 1-1, squaring to bunt was Williams, and he fouls it off for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, those are the things, too, you've got to be able to execute. You might have caught Juab off guard a little bit with that bunt right there, get it down. First baseman's holding the runner on, third baseman's playing back, get it down the line. You might have a chance, but just a missed opportunity right there from Canyon View.
Park again sets. Next pitch is fouled back to the screen as Williams got a piece to stay alive.
Just need a bitty piece.
Yes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first here for Canyon View. One-two pitch. Off the plate outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 Williams.
Yeah, Park would like to get a ground ball up the middle to shortstop or second, see if they can't roll the 2 and get out of this inning.
Here's the 2-2. Stays up and in for ball 3 and a full count.
Well, Coach Park talked about that too, the ability to hit his spots, throw strikes, and that's what, 3rd full count he's had so far, plus walked 1 runner already.
Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Williams will go down swinging for the 2nd out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Austin Park.
Good pitch down there in the strike zone like that.
As the leadoff batter, Bubba Ludlow, comes to the plate next for Canyon View.
Bubba Keenan hitting .484, 3 home runs, 32 runs driven in.
First pitch misses inside for ball 1. Every pitch there's a gasp or a groan from.
Just depends on which side you're sitting on, right? Which side of home plate.
Yeah. So Park sets again. The 1-0, swung on, ground ball to the left side, gets past Adams down the left field line. On his way to third is Sanders, and he will come in standing up. It's a double for Ludlow, 2 runners in scoring position for the Falcons with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning.
They just got that on the inside part of the plate, turned on it. Adams not able to get over there and field that one before it got down the line, and a good job of Coombs getting that one in and fielding it clean to make sure that runner doesn't go from first all the way home. He has to stop at third base right there.
So it brings Asher Slack to the plate with a chance to drive in a pair of runs here in the tie ball game.
Asher, a .392 hitter.
First pitch from Park, curveball, strike 1.
And the runner is number 13.
Ooh, and that might, I think that's Phelps.
Yep, Phelps Sanders.
Yeah. There's the 0-1 pitch. Misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, and that time the catcher, Hanson, was set way up outside, and he kind of had to bring it back over the corner of the plate to get that strike called, or it may have been a strike, but because it was set up and then moved so much, it's a ball.
In the dirt for ball 2 there to Slack. Good stop by Hanson to hold the runner. So a 2-1 count with 2 outs. Next pitch from Park, swung on, fly ball into left center field. That one's in the gap. 2 runs will come in to score. It's cut off by Trevin Park. Sliding into second safely with a 2-run double is Asher Slack, and it's 3-1 Canyon View.
Well, clutch hits at clutch times. That's what Coach Jacobson wanted, and he's got that so far this whole game.
Yeah.
That's going to bring Coach Park out of the dugout to have a little visit.
As they come together on the mound. So, Nolan, have you been in these similar situations? If you're Coach Park, what are you talking to your team about right here?
I think you just got to tell them, hey, it's still a long game right here. Yeah, they just got a couple back, but we've got to do a good job of hitting our spots, getting ahead in the count, keep the ball down. Really, I think that pitch was just up in the zone enough that they got a good swing on it. But Parks, he's got to get that first pitch in there for strike, stay ahead of the count, avoid those hitters counts, and that's what the trouble he's run into a little bit has been just that. Looks like he's having a little visit with the umpire, questioning maybe a few of those calls too. That could have been part of the visit. He wanted to have a chat with the umpire.
Yeah. He'll head back to the dugout now as Brady Anderson comes to the plate. 2 runs across in the inning for Canyon View. Anderson stands in on the left side.
Anderson, a .368 hitter, 2 home runs, 43 runs driven in.
First pitch from Park, swung on and fouled to the left side out of play for strike 1.
You know, he does just that, though. He gets first pitch strike, so he's headed the count. He just needs to continue to stay ahead in the count and work ahead of these Canyon View hitters.
No, back-to-back 2-out hits, produced 2 runs.
The 0-1 swung on and fouled to the left side again out of play for strike 2 to Anderson. Anderson grounded out to the first baseman last inning.
You know, Coach Jacobson talked about really 1 through 5 for Juab. What'd Coach Park say? All 9 batters can swing the bats, and so far we've seen that.
Swing and a miss. Strike three, and Anderson will go down swinging for the third out of the inning and the second strikeout of the game for Austin Park. But Canyon View puts two more on the board, 2 runs on 3 hits in the inning. No errors committed by Juab, and 1 runner left on base through 1.5 innings of play at the Game 1 of the 3A State Championship Series. It's Canyon View 3, Juab 1 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
Back here at Utah Valley University as we go to the bottom of the second inning in a 3-1 ball game. Canyon View leads Juab, and Juab will bring to the plate this inning the 6, 7, and 8 batters, Maddox Stoll, Jimmy Larson, and Brock Richards. If they get to the fourth batter, that'll be Hayden Adams. Zach Main on the mound for Canyon View. Has a quick 1-1 count to Maddox Stoll.
Maddox, a .291 hitter coming in, a home run and 14 runs driven in. Big kid batting from the right side.
Next pitch, swung on, line drive up the middle, will get down for a base hit. Ludlow came charging in but could not get there as Maddox Stoll leads the inning off with a single into center field.
Good piece of hitting right there from Stoll. He kind of worked that count back to even on that 1-1 count and was ready for that next pitch and drives it right back up the middle. Good swing. And that's what you want to see as you go down 3-1. Coach Park wanted to see how his players are going to respond, and Maddox Stoll couldn't have done any better right there.
Well, that groan you heard, that was Bubba Ludlow out there thinking that hit did come up into his glove.
First pitch right down the middle to Jimmy Larson for strike one as he stands in on the right side.
Jimmy came into the game hitting .260 with 14 RBIs.
Stoll takes a short lead at first. The 0-1 pitch swung on and fouled to the right side. Out of play for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, Maine, so far in this game, he's going right at these Juab hitters. He knows he's got that 3-1 lead. He's got a little bit of more pep in his step out there on the mound, and you can see he's just really comfortable.
A little bit of swagger there, huh?
Yeah.
Larson will foul off the next pitch. See battles at the plate. Steps back into the right side as Maine comes set from the stretch with Stoll at first. Again, here's the 0-2. Misses outside for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good spot, good location, good idea there. See if you can get Larson, who's got to protect with 2 to stretch the strike zone a little bit.
1-2. Ball in the dirt. Good block by Thomas as Stoll holds at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Larson.
Yeah, and in a game like this, that's really important that your catcher does that. Keeps the ball in front, but not only keeps it in front, but he didn't let it skip off to the side. He did a good job of getting his shoulders up high, getting his shoulders over the ball and keeping it right in front of him.
2-2 pitch. Another one misses low for ball 3 and a full count now to Jimmy Larson.
Good job. Good at bat to work back from that 0-2 count to make the count full.
Larson back in on the right side. Main comes set. Payoff pitch. Curveball. Chopped to the left side. Dropped at third by Bradshaw. The throw to first is not in time as Larson will reach on the first error of the game on Canyon View.
Well, like I say, sometimes I'd rather be lucky than good. And Jaron Bradshaw was loading up to go to second for the force play and then possible double play and just let the ball drop.
Well, and then he did the right thing. He picked it up immediately, went to first, and it was a bang-bang play, but give Larson a lot of credit. He was getting down the line.
So that'll bring Brock Richards to the plate now for Juab with 2 on and no outs here in the bottom of the second. 3-1 your score. Canyon View leads Juab.
Brock, a 200 hitter, 7 runs driven in on the season.
He'll square to bunt, drop it down the first base side, foul for strike 1.
And those are some of the things you need to do. You know, when they ask you to bunt, play the small game, you need to be able to get that ball down somewhere, move your teammates.
Well, and if you're a base runner too, you got to get a good secondary, but you've got to see the ball down. You can't just take off.
Next pitch will miss low for ball 1 to Richards.
We've seen too many pop-ups to where they turn into double plays and really take you out of a big inning. So, you know, base running wise, you got to be smart.
Here's the I thought we might see a 1-1 pitch, but Maine stepped off and stole back to second with nobody covering.
Yeah, and it didn't really look like Brock Richards was going to be bunting right there. We'll see if Coach Park kept that on or not.
He didn't square in the last one. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, looks like just that first time, same thing. Maybe we can get a bunt down, move the runners, catch Canyon View's defense out of position, but letting him swing away now.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Richards will go down swinging for the first out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Zach Main. Brings Hayden Adams to the plate now for Juab with 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Canyon View leads 3-1.
Well, it shows you how important these games are. You've got to execute that bunt because now you have 1 out runners at first and second versus 1 out runners at second and third.
Yeah.
Hayden Adams, a 212 hitter, 7 runs driven in.
First pitch from Maine. On the outside edge, strike 1.
So far, too, these Juab hitters are they're seeing first pitch, second pitch, where Canyon View's been aggressive first pitch, second pitch.
Yep. The 0-1 pitch. That one's in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another good stop by Thomas behind the plate. Runners take their lead. Stoll at second, Larson at first. Called strike 2 to Adams. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, so far that zone of the umpire, it's down, right? Yeah. So, you know, as a pitcher, you like that. Get that pitch down.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Adams will go down swinging for the second out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts for Zach Main.
Yep, good spot down there in the strike zone. So.
Brings to the top of the order for Juab with Trevin Park.
Yeah, Trevin, he flew out to center field his first at-bat.
Yeah, he hit it on the knob, but just right at Bubba Ludlow out there.
First pitch. Get a miss, low and away, ball 1.
No, it's a good take, but once again, you want to be aggressive early in the count as a hitter.
1-0 pitch. Misses low and away again, ball 2. Hitters count now for Park.
Yeah. Trevin Park came into the ball game tonight hitting .373. He does have 1 home run, 7 runs driven in.
2-0 pitch, right down the middle, strike 1.
Yeah, it looked like to me, whether Coach Park gave him the take or not, he was taking on his own there all the way.
So a 2-1 count with 2 outs and 2 on here in the bottom of the second. 2-run Canyon View lead. Juab trying to answer the 2-1. On the outside edge for a called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Trevin Park. He's back in on the right side. Maine working from the stretch, comes set. He's first to turn and look at second base as Stoll steps back safely. I mean, Stoll's not the big threat to steal right there.
No.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on and fouled back to the screen as Park battles.
Yeah, this time, you know, Stoll gets a little bit deeper with that 2 outs. You got to get that deeper lead so that you can cut third base and be able to come straight home on a
Fly
base
ball
hit.
into left center field is going to be down for a base hit. Stoll's going to come around third to score. Larson will slide into third safely, and it's an RBI double for Trevin Park. That makes it a one-run ball game with 2 runners in scoring position for Austin Park.
A good piece of hitting, right? Not too much. He had 2 strikes. That was just a nice compact swing. Got the barrel to the baseball, drives it into left center field, and then really good base run. And you could see Stoll changed his lead, and it really helped him get around, come straight home, which there was no play. But Canyon View, by trying to go to third, allows Park to get to second base. You know, it's important right there, probably just to go ahead, go to second base, keep first, third.
Yeah.
Well, they're discussing what they're going to want to do with Austin Park right here.
Yeah, Coach Jacobson out of the dugout for Canyon View. Not sure what the discussion would be about here.
I think he's saying he missed first base, maybe. It's the only thing I can think, because he's pointing at first base. It's the only thing I can think is they're questioning whether he touched first base on his way to second.
Starting to get some boos from the Juab crowd as he continues his
pretty
discussion.
intense down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's yelling at the first base umpire saying, "You missed it."
Yeah, he's not happy, that's for sure. Yeah, he's still letting him have it from the dugout, is Coach Jacobson.
Yeah,
So
he's upset.
Yeah, he is. So at the plate now is Austin Park. He stands in on the right side with a chance to put his team out in front and help out his own cause. First pitch. Swung on, high, deep fly ball to left. Ludlow gives chase, as does Atwood. Ludlow settles underneath it and makes the play for out number 3. So an F8 for Austin Park. Fly out to center field for the third out of the inning. Juab gets one back, 1 run on 2 hits in the inning. 1 error committed by Canyon View, and 2 runners left on base through 2 innings of play in Game 1 of the 3A Championship Series. It's Canyon View 3, Juab 2 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Basin Machinery takes vertical tillage to the max with the Turbo Max from Great Plains. With its hydraulically adjustable gang angle, the Turbo Max gives you lots of options. In the fall, you can run the machine at an angle to bury more residue. And in the spring, you can run it straight to create an excellent vertically tilled seed bed, all to help you achieve the best yields. Call Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today to see what the Turbo Max can do for you. Mason Machinery in Great Plains. Harvest starts here.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
To the top of the third inning we go here in Orem, with Canyon View leading Juab 3-2 in Game 1 of this 3A Championship Series. And first pitch swinging Jaron Bradshaw, and it's going to be off the glove of Hayden Adams down the third baseline. Bradshaw's on his way to second as Coombs had a long ways to get to it. And on the third Juab error of the game, Bradshaw's on base for the Falcons.
Yeah, it's just one of those that, Adams let that ball just kind of eat him up. He waited on it instead of coming and making the play on the big hop. That big hop got him, and, not only did like you said, the air and where it went, now you got to run it at second base and no outs.
So it's the 4, 5, 6 batters this inning for Canyon View. Bradshaw followed by Price Atwood, then Zach Main. Fourth batter, if they get there, is Chandler McClellan. Park now working from the stretch. First pitch to Atwood. Swung on, line drive into left center field, is down for a hit. That one splits at the fielders, and Bradshaw will come in to score easily. Atwood strolls into second with an RBI double, 4-2 Canyon View.
This good piece of hitting right there. He took the pitch on the outside part of the plate. Instead of hitting around the baseball and pulling it, he went with it. Drives it into left center field. Once again, though, what pitch was that? First pitch,
yep.
Right? That's been the been the game plan for Canyon. You can see that, hey, we've got to get to Park. We got to get to him early. If it's our count, great, but go be aggressive first pitch, second pitch, and that's what's happening.
Brings Zach Main to the plate. He'll square to bunt, pull it back, and watch ball one go by, low and away.
Zach, a .321 hitter, 5 home runs to lead the ball club, 26 runs driven in.
Park works in the stretch. 1-0 pitch. It's on the outside edge for a called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, Canyonview's taking advantage of those extra outs that Coach Park talked about. We got to play good defense. We got to make the outs. We can't give them extra outs. An error, base hit, another run.
Yeah. Park checks Atwood. Here's the 1-1 to Maine. Kind of a half-hearted swing and miss, strike 2.
I think he was fooled right there on what pitch was being thrown. Maybe guessing a little bit.
Well, Canyon View scored 2 runs the first time against Juab, 4 runs the second time against Juab, so they've matched that output of 4 runs back on May 2nd. And we're top 3. No outs. The runner on second for the Falcons as Park again comes set from the stretch. The 1-2 to Maine, misses way outside, and Hansen is going to have to go chase that one to the backstop, and moving up on the wild pitch is Bryce Atwood, 90 feet closer.
Yeah, 90 feet with no outs. That's a big difference because now it's going to force Juab infield to come in, cut that run off at home, but it also, because you come in, it takes away the chance of maybe making a play on a ball that's maybe not hit right at you defensively.
Infield pulled in, yep, 2-2. Thought about it, held off, and watches ball 3 go by high for a 3-2 full count. There's the payoff pitch to Maine. Swung on, ground ball to the left side. Fielded by Adams at third. Checks the runner. Throw to first in the dirt. Scooped by Cowan for out number 1 on the 5-3 putout for the first out of the inning.
But you talked about the scoop. That was important because if that ball stays down even lower and scoots past Cowan, if he's not able to scoop it, you got to run in and another runner on. But a really nice scoop there at first base.
So that'll bring Chandler McClellan to the plate now for the Falcons. Infield stays pulled in with 1 out. First pitch swung on and fouled back out of play for strike 1.
Chandler, a .289 hitter. He's got 2 home runs. He's driven in 24 on the season. Coming in.
0 for 1 in the game. He flew out to right to lead off the second inning. The 0-1 pitch. He'll square to bunt. Drop it in the third base side. Park picks it up. Throws home, and the tag is in time. Park to Hansen for the second out of the inning, and Coach Jacobson's going to come down the line.
Well, I'm not sure what he's arguing about because let's look at it on the thing here. I don't think he ever got to the plate until he stood up.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah, see, he ain't to the plate.
I'll tell you what, that was a heck of a play by Park.
Yeah, it was.
Because not only has he filled it, he had to get the ball out and then get it over the runner to the catcher. And give the catcher, Kai Hansen, a lot of credit as he makes that tag before he can get in there.
So hitting to the 1-2 fielder's choice does Chandler McClellan. That makes it 2 outs and brings Jake Thomas to the plate with a runner on first. 4-2, Canyon View leads. Throw to first, not in time, as McClellan will dive back safely.
That's a big play. We might look back on that play later on in the game if the fortunes of Juab should turn around.
First pitch misses up and in for ball 1 to Thomas.
A little chin music to Thomas this time around.
Thomas had the infield single in between third and short last inning. Time was awarded right before Park went into his motion.
Yeah, emotions are high, aren't they?
Yeah.
Championship game. Once again, the oohs and the ahs, and it was kind of a late time by Thomas, but the umpire did award it to him.
1-0 pitch, breaking ball, swung on, fly ball to the right side. Cowan giving chase in foul territory and can't get there. Strike one to Thomas for a 1-1 count.
Yeah, we're not going to have a shortage of emotions here at the ballpark tonight. In case you're coming out for a tame baseball game or looking for a tame ball game on Centricom Team Hive, KSL Sports, you're not going to see it right here.
No, there's a Juab Wasp down in the bullpen warming up. We'll see if we can get that number and let you know who that is.
Swing and a miss there to Thomas for strike two, and a 1-2 count. Looks like that's John Mitchell down there warming up. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch from Park fouled back to the screen by Thomas as he battles to stay alive. 2 outs here in the top of the third, 4-2 Canyon View.
This will be the 63rd pitch by my count for Park.
1-2 pitch, breaking ball in the dirt. Good block by Hansen to hold McClellan at first. Makes it a 2-2 count.
You know, that's maybe the pitch that Park has not been able to really get in there for a strike, and so these Canyon View hitters have been pretty much just sitting fastballs.
2-2. Next pitch, low and away for ball 3 and a full count. Park sets. Here's the payoff pitch to Thomas. Swung on, and Thomas fouls it off to stay alive.
That's the other. Go ahead, Willie.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say that's the other thing that's been impressive of these Canyon View hitters is when they get 2 strikes on them, they really shorten up. They don't take big swings. They're just doing anything they can to protect, fight off pitches.
So again, here's the payoff pitch, swung on and fouled back to the screen. Thomas just continues to battle.
Be the 9th pitch in the at-bat when Park delivers this next pitch.
Again, the 3-2. Swung on, ground ball to the left side. Adams fields it at third. Throw to first is in the dirt, and it's going to get through Cowan as he reaches base safely, and moving up to third on the play is McClellan, the 4th error of the game on Juab.
Yeah, and that one just took too much time. He fielded it cleanly, but you seen him kind of pump it in the glove one time and then just threw that one over and threw it right in the ground. Too tough for Cowan to be able to handle the bounce off that throw.
Well, you talked about early in the tournament, Coach, you got to play that like you're playing on dirt. You know, he's setting back. This field acts just like a grass and dirt infield, so you got to charge that baseball.
Brings Cannon Williams to the plate with runners at first and third. Kai Hansen will step out for Juab to give the defensive play call. Phelps Sanders running again for Thomas. Foul back to the screen by Williams for strike one.
Well, and this was Park's first strikeout of the game on Williams. He's got to go right at him, not worry about those 2 runners out there at first and third.
Sanders short lead at first. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2 to Williams and an 0-2 count.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get back to the top of the order now. He wants to put the fire out here with 2 outs.
Park sets. 0-2. Get a miss off the plate. Sanders was trying to get Juab to get him in a rundown. Juab just let him take second base on the defensive indifference on ball 1.
Yeah, and those pitches, those 3 pitches that he's thrown to Williams look a lot better. Getting that downward angle
The 1-2. That's in there for a called strike 3, and Williams will go down looking for the third out of the inning. Third strikeout of the game for Austin Park, but Canyon View adds to their lead as they get 1 run in the inning. They do so on 1 hit in the inning. 2 errors committed by Juab in the process, and 2 runners left on base. They're 2.5 innings of play in Game 1 of the 3A State Championship Series. It's Canyon View 4, Juab 2 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
To the bottom of the third inning we go here in Orem, with Canyon View leading Juab 4-2 in Game 1 of the State Championship Series. And Juab will bring the 3, 4, and 5 batters to the plate with Connor Cowan, Luke Morostica, and Kai Hansen. If they get to the fourth batter, that'll be Maddox Stoll. On the mound, Zach Main for Canyon View. Got Cowan to half-heartedly swing at the first pitch for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 delivery from Main. He's going to miss low and away for ball 1.
Well, one of my high school coaches, the assistant coaches, says if you can't play defense, you better be able to hit the baseball.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. In there, right down the middle for strike 2 and a 1-2 count.
You know, Cowan saw a few pitches his first at bat and then ended up getting that single and an RBI.
Next pitch is swung on. Fly ball into shallow left center field is down for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Connor Cowan, his second hit of the game.
And that's what you need to do, just shorten up, put the bat on the baseball, see if you can't find a little hole somewhere. Get the rally started.
That was a really good piece of hitting. You know, he went in there aggressive, looking first pitch. He ended up, like you said, half-hearted swing because I think he was hoping fastball, got the curveball, but he saw a couple more pitches and then did what he needed to with 2 strikes.
Rostica stands in, watches ball 1 go by high.
Connor County does have 12 stolen bases on the season. Rostica came into the game hitting .321.
Main works. Cowan takes off on the pitch. Swing and a miss. Throw to second is not in time. Had no chance at Cowan. A great diving backup stop by McClellan into the shallow center field.
Well, it shows you the importance of doing the little things and being in the right spot at the right time. It had been easy for McClellan just to kind of sit back, but he does what he's supposed to do. He gets in there, backs up the throw, and that's huge because he would have been able to pick up third base if McClellan doesn't stop that ball.
Yeah, because Connor Cowan had come up and was looking to see where that ball had gone.
There's the 1-1 to Morostica. Swung on. Fly ball into left center field is down for a base hit. Cowan will round third. He's on his way home. Ludlow looking for second. The throw is in time. It'll be an RBI single for Luke Morostica, but out trying to stretch a single into a double for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and that's just another good defensive play. Get around the ball, get it in, recognize the situation, and throw a dart to second base right there. But Morostica comes up clutch and gets the RBI that they needed.
So 1 out in the inning. Nobody on base now. 4-3 your score. Juab gets 1 run back so far. Pitching coach Mike out for Canyon View.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to go out there and talk the situation over here, settle everybody down. You know, go out there and remind them, hey, you know, we're hitting the baseball. We still got a 1-run lead.
Well, the other thing, too, you might be saying is, hey, what pitch are they hitting in certain counts, right? The count was down 1-2, gets a fastball, drives it. Another fastball hit into left center field. Just reminding Zach Main out there that trust your curveball too. You're doing a good job, but trust it.
They head back to the dugout. Fielders return to their positions. And coming to the plate will be Kai Hansen for Juab with 1 out, bases empty, 1 run across in the inning.
Kai came into today's game hitting .373. Hit sharply back to his pitcher and thrown out at first base. Well, kind of lobbed out at first base.
First pitch, off speed on the inside edge for strike 1.
Yeah, I would imagine you're going to start seeing more off-speed pitches out of Zach Main.
The 0-1 delivery. Swung on, chopper to the left side, charging his Slack. Scoops it on the short hop, throw to first in time. What a play from Asher Slack for out number 2.
Yeah, and he got a huge hop and was on a dead sprint, like you said. Got it on that short hop, kept his glove and his head down, looked it in the glove, made sure he filled it at first, and then nice flip over to first base for the out.
You get those high hops on this turf, and we've seen a lot this week where they'll sit back and let that ball come to them after the high hop, and as a result, it's too late. Loved the play of Slack there. Maddox Stoll now stands in for Juab, watches strike 1 go by.
Yeah, Maddox Stoll singled back in the second and was able to come around and score.
There's the 0-1 pitch, swung on, high pop up to the right side. McClellan drifts back at second base. He'll call for it and make the play for out number 3, a P4 for Stoll. So getting back-to-back hits to start the inning. Juab does get 1 run on 2 hits. No errors by Canyon View and no runners left on base through 3 innings of play in Game 1 of the 3A State Championship Series. It's Canyon View 4, Juab 3 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Drive for a winning team. DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis hires reliable.
You're watching.
Drive for a winning team. DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis hires reliable drivers with competitive starting pay and raises after 90 days. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, and attainable bonuses, and more. Why would you drive for anyone else? Call DP Curtis Trucking for details, 435-893-2900. That's 435-893-2900, or click on dpcurtis.com. Heads up for the perfect solution to jumpstart your outdoor adventure. Whether you're tearing up the back roads or backcountry, driving the trails or highways of Utah, or making waves on the waterways with family or friends, it's high time you experience the unsurpassed excitement destination at the Jorgensen Auto Group. Jorgensen Chevrolet and Ephraim, Jorgensen Ford, and Jorgensen Power Sports in Richfield will make sure you're properly outfitted. That's Jorgensen Auto Group, Jorgensen Chevrolet Ephraim, Jorgensen Ford, Jorgensen Power Sports Richfield. Thrill seekers wanted.
We're back here in Orem as we go to the top of the 4th inning in a 1-run ball game. First pitch swinging is Ludlow, and he'll foul that one into the bullpen down the left field line for strike 1. As again, we're seeing Canyon View swing early. Top of the order here for the Falcons. Ludlow followed by Asher Slack, then Brady Anderson. If they get to the 4th batter, the cleanup hitter is Jaron Bradshaw. Austin Park on the mound gets strike 2 as Ludlow fouls one straight down for the 0-2 count.
Yeah, and Ludlow's been a tough out. He reached on an error and scored, and then he had the double and scored. So 2 runs across, been on both times.
0-2 pitch, misses up and in for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yep, I was about to say, if I'm Austin Park, I want to try and keep him off the bases right now.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swung on, and he fouls this one to the right side, out of play.
Well, so far this at-bat, Park to Ludlow. Park just looks like a little bit different pitcher in my mind. I feel like he's got that groove back.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, stays up and in for ball 2. Had Ludlow bailing out early. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Stays up for ball 3 and a full count.
He's got to make that adjustment, get the pitch down. Ludlow, really good bat right here, not chasing.
Payoff pitch, ground ball to the right side, just slapped it through the 3-4 hole. Did Bubba Ludlow, and he'll reach with a leadoff single for the Falcons.
Well, excuse me. I think I'll just take first base.
That's right.
Yeah, it was definitely, you called it, Robert. He definitely just stuck the bat out, slapped it, like you said, into the 4-3 hole. Anything he could with 2 strikes, and finds himself on base again.
So it brings Asher Slack to the plate now for Canyon View. Throw over to first, not in time as Ludlow dives back safely.
15 stolen bases on the season for Bubba Ludlow.
Ludlow takes off, ground ball to the left side. Morastica able to knock it down in the infield to stop Ludlow at second. Morastica was moving over to cover the bag for the stolen base attempt and has to dive back the other way to keep it in the infield, and an infield single for Asher Slack.
Yeah, and that's one with the right-handed batter. Typically, you'd probably have your second baseman covering the bag. Make sure, before you go back up the throw, you field your position first, and they might have got the one out, but both fielders headed to the bag.
So runners at first and second for Brady Anderson with no outs here in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. Takes a sign from Coach Jacobson. And he's coming over and having words with the Juab dugout. It's getting pretty serious over down the third base side in front of the Juab dugout. Now Coach Park steps out of the dugout to visit with Coach Jacobson. Umpires are working their way over there to step between them.
Yeah, Coach Park's just wanting the dugout over in Canyon View he's feeling like they said something. Wants Coach Jacobson to address it. Coach Jacobson says, I didn't hear a dang thing, and then umpires are going to come over, and they said, hey, just tell them to keep it between themselves as the umpires kind of talk to the dugout as they head back out to their positions.
So it's a 1-0 count to Anderson with runners at first and second, no outs here in the top of the 4th inning. The 1-0 from Park. On the inside edge for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Emotions are high.
Yeah.
No kidding. Who'd have thunk it?
Park checks Ludlow at second, spins and looks him back to the bag. The 1-1 pitch. Just off the plate outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
You get that a little bit when these two teams have already played twice. They're in the same region. They battle all year long. You get to the championship game. Everyone expected, like we said, these two teams to be right here where they're at. They know what it means. Every little thing that's said or done on the field means a little extra.
Ground ball, play by Cowan. He'll just land on the bag. A nice play by Connor Cowan for out number 1. But both runners move up on the play as it'll be a ground out to first for Brady Anderson for the first out of the inning.
Yep, good job there. Good glove by Connor Cowan. Come up with the ball right on the base. Thought he might have had a chance at second base, but he decided to hold on to the baseball. I don't think anybody got there real quick.
Infield now pulled in on the green turf for Juab with Jaron Bradshaw at the plate and 1 out. Curveball on the inside edge, strike 1.
Bradshaw singled with an RBI back in the first, and then he reached on the air and scored in the 3rd inning.
Next one swung on high, fly ball to left. Going back is Coombs. Ludlow will tag. Coombs makes the catch. He'll come up throwing. It'll be an RBI fly out for Jaron Bradshaw. 5-3, Canyon View leads. 2 outs now here in the top of the 4th inning.
Give Bradshaw a lot of credit. Good piece of hitting. When you got a runner at third base, your job's to find a way to get that runner in. Doesn't necessarily have to come up with a base hit, but do your job and get the runner in from third. Hits a deep fly ball and does just that.
Yeah, Coombs didn't try to do too much. He hit the cutoff man like he should, so wouldn't let the base runner advance.
Brings Bryce Atwood to the plate on the inside edge, strike 1.
Well, and Park's doing a lot better job now, right? Getting ahead on the batters. There's been fewer and fewer hitters counts this inning, even though they still get the one run across already.
Look at second. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball back in the middle. Park will field it. The flip to first is in time for the 1-3 ground out and the third out of the inning. But Canyon View continues to score in every inning as they get one run on 2 hits. And no errors committed by Juab in the process, and 1 runner left on base through 3.5 innings of play. We're halfway home, and it's Canyon View 5, Juab 3 in Game 1 of this championship series on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports. For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is your local employee-owned and operated solution for plumbing, heating, and cooling, waterworks, agricultural irrigation, landscaping irrigation, power equipment, pumps, tools, and safety. Discover the difference a knowledgeable and friendly staff can make for you. With thousands of products and brands you know and trust, Mountain Land Supply has what you need when you need it. Call, click, or come into Mountain Land Supply of Richfield and let us help you move mountains.
This is more than just a job. It's a mission of caring. There's nothing more precious than a human life, and we all honor that responsibility. Beginning in 1932, we've been standing ready to serve our communities with trust, quality, and knowledge. And most of all, human connections.
To the bottom of the 4th inning we go here at UVU. First pitch swinging, Jimmy Larson flies one into right field, and it's going to go off the glove of Williams. Williams came running in a few steps and had to reach his glove up and couldn't bring it in, so Jimmy Larson for the second time today reaches on an error.
Well, folks, we're gonna find out which team can play with some emotion, but not letting the emotion carry them away, I think, in this ball game.
7, 8, 9 batters this inning for Juab. Larson followed by Brock Richards, then Hayden Adams. If they get to the 4th batter, the leadoff hitter is Trevin Park. Zach Main on the mound for Canyon View. Yeah, what you didn't see or hear in between the innings was the long conversation between the coaches out in front of the Juab dugout. UHSAA officials, umpires were all involved.
Yeah, and I think that conversation was a little more cordial than the one before. I think those two coaches.
I think it was, but the other coaches came over and it seemed to get a little more heated as the other coaches came in. Swinging a miss for Brock Richards for strike 2 and a 0-2 count.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think they wanted to explain each other what was going on and say, hey, let's just clean it up, show good sportsmanship, let it happen on the field. And then, Coach McClellan from Canyon View comes over wisely and helps get Coach Jacobson out of there and back to the dugout. But, Coach McClellan, he's a big-time NCAA referee himself, so he knows how emotions can get, and he come over and kind of just helped getting back to the dugout. But nothing, I don't think, real chippy right there, but it got chippy earlier.
Yeah. Richards goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. And a pinch hitter now for Juab, batting in place of Hayden Adams is Cohen Mattinson. He'll stand in on the right side.
Cohen comes in with a 208 batting average.
First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1.
That good curveball right there. He just swung right over the top of it.
5-3 Canyon View leads here in the bottom of the 4th inning of Game 1 of this 3A championship series. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swung on and fouled back out of play for strike 2 and an 0-2 count.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing the difference in the Juab approach at the plate and the Canyon View approach. A lot of big swings, especially the bottom part of this order here, the swing and misses.
So no balls, 2 strikes to Mattinson. Turn and throw to first, not in time as Larson dives back safely. Next pitch to Mattinson, and then it outside. Another good block by Thomas to hold the runners. Ball 1-2 Mattinson for a 1-2 count. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first for Juab. Main comes set from the stretch. The 1-2 to Mattinson. On the outside edge for a called strike 3, and Mattinson will go down looking for the second out of the inning. 4th strikeout of the game for Zach Main.
Well, good location. If you can get the call out there, it's been a little iffy so far this evening.
We'll bring Trevin Park to the plate now for Juab.
Trevin 1 for 2 in the ball game.
First pitch, swing and a miss, just kind of waved at that curveball for strike 1.
Well, we talked about it. I felt like pitching coach went out and said they're getting too many fastballs. Maine's really dialed up the curveballs.
Larson takes off. The 0-1 pitch misses. Throw to second is not in time as Larson slides in safely to move into scoring position.
Yeah, and that's a big base here with 2 outs. Now base hit scores that 1 run that you gave up, makes it a 1-run ball game.
1-1 count to Trevin Park as he stands back in on the right side. One pitch. That one's in there for a called strike 2 in the top part of the zone for a 1-2 count. Main working out of the stretch, takes a sign from Thomas. The 1-2 delivery. Swung on and just got a piece of it to stay alive, does Trevin Park.
Yeah, Jake Thomas had set up way outside there. That's where the pitch went. 2 strikes. Trevin Park had to try and cover the plate there.
Count remains 1-2. Next pitch, swung on, chopped to the left side. Park didn't run. It's fielded by Main off the mound. They just long toss to first for out number 3. Not sure why Park didn't run on it, but he'll ground out for the 3rd out of the inning to the pitcher as Juab threatens, but they do not score. No runs, no hits, 1 error committed by Canyon View, and 1 runner left on base through 4 complete in Game 1 of the 3A State Championship Series. It is Canyon View 5, Juab 3 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports. Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Hey y'all, just a reminder to shop Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, offering windows and glass sales and installation, including window tinting. Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, 410 North Main in Richfield, has a huge inventory and always sells at rock bottom prices, and Shepherd's has the service to back it all up. Click shepherdscarpets.com. Carpet, flooring, windows, and glass, and more. Shop Shepherd's Carpet and Flooring, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Click shepherdscarpets.com and sit back and try to wipe that big old smile off your face.
Back here at UCCU Ballpark at Utah Valley University as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Canyon View leading Juab 5-3 in Game 1 of this state championship series. The 6, 7, 8 batters this inning for the Falcons: Zach Main, Chandler McClellan, and Jake Thomas. The 4th batter, if they get there, is Cannon Williams. And Main drives one into left field on an 0-2 pitch. That's down for a base hit. He will round first and hold there with a leadoff single for Canyon View.
Yeah, just got a fastball a little bit up in the zone again, and 0-2. He knew he needed to protect. Got a nice base hit down their left field line right there, and Park probably should have went to the curveball or something down or challenged him with the fastball up.
I think the pitch count's working in his mind there. He wants to stick around. I figured, well, just see if he can't sneak that one by him, and no sneaking.
Yeah, he was at 86 pitches coming into this inning as he misses for ball one to McClellan on the outside.
Well, McClellan's shown he can handle the bat with the bunt.
Pulls it back on this bunt attempt, flies it into center field. Trevin Park comes in and makes the play for out number one. So an F8 from McClellan, fly out to center field for the first out of the inning.
And you like to see when you show that bunt early or pull back and swing away, if you can chop one on the ground with the runner on base and you fake that bunt, get people coming in, then hit it on the ground, you got a lot more space to try to shoot one through the infield and get a base hit.
So Jake Thomas now stands in on the right side here for Canyon View. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one.
Now Park doing a good job of getting ahead. He's got to stay ahead, but not just throw a fastball down the middle.
Next pitch is swung on, popped to the right side in the infield. Cowan at first base calls for it, and he'll make the play for out number two. So a P3 for Thomas. Pop him to the first baseman for the second out of the inning.
Kenan Williams come up, struck out twice. Wonder if maybe he might take a pitch or two.
First pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike one.
That answered my question. I didn't like mystery anyway.
Park sets. 2 outs, runner on first. The 0-1 pitch. Misses low and away for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. One delivery, check swing, a foul ball for strike 2 to Williams and a 1-2 count.
Well, Austin would like to end this one right here. Save some pitches, get back in the dugout. He's going to be batting when they get back up to the plate.
There's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Williams will go down swinging for the third out of the inning, fourth strikeout of the game for Austin Park. And for the first time today, Canyon View does not score in an inning as they get no runs on 1 hit, no errors by Juab, and 1 runner left on base through 4.5 innings of play in Game 1 of this 3A championship series. It is Canyon View 5, Juab 3 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders. Our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Back here at Utah Valley University as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning in a 2-run ball game here in Game 1 of the 3A State Championship Series. Canyon View leading Juab 5-3, and the Wasps will bring the 2, 3, and 4 batters to the plate this inning. Austin Park, Connor Cowan, and Luke Morostica. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be Kai Hansen. Zach Main on the mound for Canyon View as an early 1-1 count to Park. Parking on the right side. Maine out of the windup. The 1-1 pitch swung on. High pop up into right field. Drifting back is Williams, and he will make the play for out number 1. So an F9 for Park for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Park just got under that pitch right there. Tried to go the other way with it, but pops it up into right field.
So that'll bring Connor Cowan to the plate now for Juab as he stands in on the right side. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Yeah, and Cowan's 2 for 2 with the run scored.
And an RBI.
Yeah.
0-1 pitch, swung on and fouled back out of play for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes now to Cowan. 0-2, big swing and a miss for strike 3, and Cowan will go down swinging for the second out of the inning. 5th strikeout of the game for Zach Main.
Yeah, big pump, fist pump out there for Main as he was fired up on that one. That's a big out for him.
You get an easy pop up from Park and a strikeout through Cowan. 2 big outs.
Yeah.
Morostica first pitch swinging, lines one into center field for a base hit. So a 2-out single for Luke Morostica.
Well, and you can't help but think, him getting thrown out at second, they would have had a runner at first with no outs back there in the third after he hits that single, scores the RBI, but gets thrown out at second. And then they go down in order after that, too.
Yeah.
So it kind of changed the momentum in that inning.
Juab crowd trying to get a clap going with Kai Hansen coming to the plate. He stands in on the right side.
Kai, a 373 hitter coming into the day.
First pitch, misses away, ball 1. He's 0 for 2 today, though. Ground out to the pitcher and ground out to the shortstop. It's the 1-0 from Maine. This is low and in for ball 2, and a 2-0 hitters count to Hansen.
Well, Moros's got to be really smart on the base pass over there at first base. Anything that maybe gets down and away from the catcher a little bit at all, you've got to be getting to second base.
Foul tip there from Hansen for strike 1, 2 balls and a strike.
Morostica with 10 stolen bases on the season.
Main out of the stretch, checks him. Not much of a lead from Morostica as he throws over, not in time. Here's the 2-1 delivery. It's going to miss out for ball 3, and a hitter's count now for Kai Hansen. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three-1 pitch. In there for a called strike 2 on the outside half for a full count. This is just the second full count of the game from Zach Main.
Yeah, Main's been really efficient on the mound, and now Morostica can go on the pitch here.
Yeah, with 2 outs, there's the payoff pitch, and it's going to hit Hansen. So the hit by pitch will put 2 on now for Juab, so the tying run on base with 2 outs.
First freebie given up by Zach Main. We're in the 5th inning. No base on balls, just that hit by pitch.
Yeah, Maddox Stoll singled back in the second with the run scored and then popped up the second back in the third.
Does have 1 home run on the season, so got a little pop. Big kid.
Yeah, and right now all he needs to do is try to find some turf out there in the outfield to drop in and pick up a run and keep this inning going for Juab.
Stolen on the right side. 2 on and 2 outs. The pitch from Maine. Thought about it. Held off as ball 1 hits in the dirt. They'll check down to first base. Umpire says he did not go around for ball 1.
Yeah, good discipline right there from Stoll. Laying off that pitch down and out.
Maine again comes set of the stretch. Morostica at second. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
It was almost a kind of a late swing, too, like he was trying to let the ball travel, get deep, and maybe try to hit that one the other way.
1 ball, 1 strike. That one's way outside for ball 2. It was Peterson that went to first, right? Jack Peterson that replaced Kai Hansen on first base.
Yeah.
And now Thomas is going to go out and visit with Maine on the mound. So Coach Park and Coach Ludlow come down the third baseline to visit with Maddox Stoll at the plate.
Yeah, just talking to him, saying, hey, stay within yourself. You're a good hitter. And, Thomas taking charge behind the mound, goes out, tries to settle down his pitcher right here, and they want to end this rally.
Stoll steps back in on the right side with 2 on and 2 outs. Here's the 2-1 from Maine. Nope, he's going to step off and look Rostica back to the bag at second.
Did his best imitation of the Irish jig right there on that attempt.
Thomas way outside on the setup. Swing and a miss, though. Strike 2 to Stoll for a 2-2 count.
Yeah, and they're definitely pitching Stoll away. So he obviously maybe even take a step in on the plate a little bit, make sure you can cover that outside part of it.
2-2. 2 outs and 2 on. Pitch from Maine. Just threw the bat out there, flies it down the right field line, foul.
Yeah, that time he reached the outside part of the plate. And, like you said, just foul. That might have scored both runners with good speed there on first base.
They might reevaluate their approach here after that one. He gets a little bit more of that over the strike zone. And
it was just a
trouble.
Short, compact swing, too, wasn't it, there? He didn't try to do too much. Realized with 2 strikes, I just got to put it in play.
So, again, 2-2. Pitch from Maine to Stoll. Swung on, line drive into left center field. That one's going to go all the way to the wall. Morostica comes in to score. Peterson will round third. He will come in to score as Maddox Stoll delivers and ties the game with a 2-out, 2-run double here in the 5th.
Well, you saw, would you say Peterson was the runner?
Yep.
He did step on the plate, but he kind of caught it with the heel. He goes back and he makes sure he steps right in the center as he picks up the bat. And Stoll right now, he's Juab's player of the game so far.
Yes, he is.
Look at him come out right now, firing the crowd up as they put a pitch runner in for him, and
Number
the
17.
dugout responds.
Yep, Tice Howard going to run for Stoll.
Both these coaches talked about it. They needed clutch hits and clutch moments, and they're getting it from both teams. The players are stepping up huge for these two coaches.
Maddox Stoll delivers. 5-5 your score here in the bottom of the 5th. For Juab, the go-ahead run now stands at second base. They have not led in this game. These are all coming right now with 2 outs, as Maine was able to get Austin Park to fly out and Connor Cowan to strike out. And now it's Jimmy Larson, who's reached base twice on errors, stands in on the right side. First pitch swinging, fouls it to the right side for strike 1.
Yeah, it's so huge how momentum goes. You talked about it, Robert, that Juab finally put their first 0 on the board last inning and then come back and get 2 here with 2 outs to tie this game.
The 0-1 pitch misses inside for ball 1.
And now they get the bullpen warmed up again as Coach Park wants to make sure whether he goes with Austin or they bring in a new guy that they're ready.
Here's the 1-1. Ground ball to the right side. Fielded by Anderson, and he'll step on the bag for out number 3. Larson grounds out to first in the 3rd out of the inning, but Juab has evened the score as they get 2 runs on 2 hits in the inning. No errors committed by Canyon View, and 1 runner left on base through 5 complete. It is a Canyon View 5, Juab 5 in Game 1 of this 3A State Championship Series on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
In the beginning, glass repair meant a long trip to the city. Inconvenient, but it got the job done. Then came the big chains, quick but costly. Then Clear Sight Glass Solutions rolled into town. For 15 years, they've been making your life easier with mobile and in-shop services. Because they're local, and they genuinely care about keeping you safe on the road. They even recalibrate for new models. Visit them on Main Street or at clearsightglasssolutions.com. Keep it clear, keep it local with Clear Sight Glass Solutions in Nephi.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home. with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
We're back here at the UCCU ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University as we go to the top of the 6th inning in a tie ball game. Canyon View 5, Juab 5 in game 1 of this 3A state championship series. Top of the order for Canyon View, Ludlow. First pitch swinging, flies one to right field, and Larson is there. And for the first time today, Bubba Ludlow does not reach base on the F9 for out number 1.
Yeah, Bubba Ludlow's been the thorn so far tonight, and that's a good one. That'll give the lift to the Juab Wasps.
He has 3 of their 5 runs.
And once again, first pitch swinging right there.
So that'll bring Asher Slack. He'll be followed by Brady Anderson. If they get to the 4th batter, that's Jaron Bradshaw. Curveball misses into Slack for ball 1. Slack has been big, too. He's 2 for 3 in the game, a double and 2 RBIs. 1-0 pitch, another breaking ball, called strike 1.
Well, that's the pitch that if I felt like if Park would have really had that pitch working real good, that would only benefit him and the Juab Wasps that kind of struggle at times locating that pitch.
Strike 2 on the outside edge to Slack for a 1-2 count. Coming into this inning, Park was at 97 pitches, which means he only has 13 he can throw. 1-2, just got a piece of it, did Slack on the breaking ball as he stays alive. Slack will stand back in on the right side. 1 out, nobody on base. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Park. Ground ball to the left side. Morostica fields it. Throw to first is in time for the 6-3 ground out and the 2nd out of the inning.
Did you feel the crowd holding their breath there? It just got deathly quiet.
Well, you look at the scoreboard, 5 runs apiece, 8 hits apiece, but it's that 2 errors to the 4 errors.
Yeah. Brings Brady Anderson to the plate with 2 outs. Nobody on. First pitch from Park. Gonna miss just off the plate outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Juab really wanted it, but I think it was, like you say, just maybe a ball off the plate.
The 1-0 pitch right down the outside half for strike 1 and a 1-1 count. Anderson looking for his first hit of the game.
Well, we've seen him making a really nice play at first base, too, to end that inning.
Curveball, foul tip for strike 2 and a 1-2 count.
Well, he ripped one. He just a good play by Connor Cowan on that ball he hit last time up. Snagged it right there on the bag. First base.
1-2 pitch. Misses up and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Anderson. Park trying to go 3 up, 3 down for the first time today. Out of the windup, here's the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3, and Anderson will go down looking for the 3rd out of the inning. 5th strikeout of the game for Austin Park as he sets him down in order. 1, 2, 3 they go. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base through 5.5 innings of play in game 1 of this 3A state championship series. Canyon View 5, Juab 5 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Welcome back here to Utah Valley University as we go to the bottom of the 6th in a tie ball game. Juab will pinch hit for Brock Richards. Andrew Woodland will bat in place of Richards. He'll be followed. So it's the 8-9-1 batters this inning. As it'll be Woodland, then Mattinson is out there to bat as well, followed by Trevin Park. Zach Main on the mound still for Canyon View. If the Wasps get to the 4th batter this inning, that will be Austin Park. Strike 1 to Andrew Woodland.
Woodland, a 1-11 hitter.
Ground ball in the middle, through for a base hit. And the senior for Juab comes in and delivers a big single back of the middle, and he represents the go-ahead run.
Yeah, good piece of hitting right there, and you can kind of just, the pendulum swung Juab's way now. You know, that big hit from Stoll really got the crowd, the dugout, started to breathe life back into this Juab Wasp team.
That'll bring Cohen Mattinson to the plate now for Juab. He stands in on the right side. First pitch swinging, line drive into left center field is down for a hit. Woodland will hold at second. 2-1 now for the Wasps as they turn it over. And for the first time today, the 8-9 batters have reached base for Juab.
Well, and Cohen Mattinson, we saw him come in. There was a change last inning, and he went down swinging, but this time he gets up early in the count, gets a base hit.
What about the senior Andrew Woodland? Doesn't start. He pinch runs most of the time, courtesy runner most of the time, but gets the opportunity here in game 1 of the state championship and delivers.
Well, he didn't want to hit with 2 strikes either. So, I like a guy like that.
I would agree with you on that point. Meeting on the mound for Canyon View between the players. They'll head back to their positions now with 2 on and no outs.
Well, Trevin Park comes to the plate now. You talked about it, Robert, last inning, or back in the 4th, I guess. He hits that high chopper off the plate, which is fair. And I don't know if he just thought he fouled it off and it bounced back because it went high and he missed it, but just didn't get down the line. Would have made it interesting, but Maine just able to lob one over to first base to get him out.
He'll square to bunt, unable to make contact.
Well, I pulled it back.
Well, let's see.
Umpire
will
saying
say
no.
He pulled it back in time.
Yeah, Canyon View wanting it.
Yeah, I felt like he left it out there long enough.
Yeah, Maine saying ask with the first base umpire.
They will appeal. He says it did not go. So ball 1. Yeah, I'm kind of on the Canyon View side. It felt like he left it out there a long time.
Well, and right here, there's no surprise. If you're going to bunt, squarely get the ball down, get it fair.
He does square. Drops it on the first base side. Off the mound is Maine. He'll just go to first and get the out for out number 1. But 2 runners now in scoring position for Austin Park as Trevin Park delivers on the sacrifice bunt.
Well, and, Coach Park recognizes the situation. If we can get runners at second, third with Austin Park, Connor Cowan coming up, who else do you want? So great piece of execution right there out of Trevin Park, laying that bunt down, moving those runners.
Park is 1 for 3. A triple to right center field, a fly out to center, and a fly out to right. They are going to pull the infield in on the grass, but Coach Jacobson is out of the dugout first for the Falcons. Juab crowd comes to their feet here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Zach Main's ready to deliver the ball, and he will. So a pitching change here for the Falcons. Will take the break for it. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 1 out, 2 runners on for Juab. The game's tied at 5, and Austin Park coming to the plate when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking's #1 investment has been dependable truck drivers like you. That's why they provide their drivers with an opportunity to earn up to $75,000 a year driving state-of-the-art equipment. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers in Utah, San Pete, Sevier, Juab, Millard, Beaver, Iron, Carbon, and Emery counties. Barney Trucking offers a competitive wage, solid benefits, home daily schedules, and an excellent safety record. Apply today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
Jaron Bradshaw, the new pitcher for Canyon View. He and Zach Main will just trade places as Main goes to third, and Bradshaw takes over on the mound. So for Juab, it is Andrew Woodland at third base and Cohen Mattinson standing at second. One out in the inning. Austin Park is at the plate in a tie ball game of Game 1 of this 3A State Championship Series.
Jaron Bradshaw, 0.00 ERA in 8 1/3 innings of work, 11 strikeouts to 2 base on balls.
Coach Jacobson out of the dugout. They're going to go ahead and just put Park on. And the Juab crowd obviously is going to boo that, but that's the right move, right?
Yeah, and I figured that was one of the things he was going to do regardless when he went out there and talked whether he was going to keep Main in or make the change, is now you do have the force. You have the chance at a double play getting out of the inning with no runs right here. But it also makes it easy. You can go 4-1. You can go up the middle. But if you're Cowan, you got to like the opportunity.
Connor Cowan stands in on the right side. Bradshaw to the windup. First pitch. Just misses Cowan for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, fouled back out of play for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Cowan.
Well, based on that swing and where that ball went to, that's the other thing it does is it's an infield fly rule. It's now in effect with, first and second or first, second, and third with less than 2 outs. So pop up on the infield, batter's out.
1-1 pitch. Hard line drive, foul down the left field line for strike 2.
Well, 0-2, and you see Cowan choke up a little bit on the bat right here.
Bradshaw to the windup, bases loaded, 1 out. He's going to step off the mound as they both reset batter and pitcher. Runners take their lead. Here's the 1-2 delivery. It's going to miss off the plate outside for ball 2. Canyon View crowd wanted it, didn't get it.
Well, we seen one earlier where Cowan didn't see another pitch like that, and he ripped one, so be ready here.
Here's the 2-2 delivery from Bradshaw. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. Cowan battles.
And once again, Cowan doesn't need to get a big hit right here. Fly ball, you get the runner from third in, you take the lead.
Got Luke Morostica coming up. That's 2 for 3 on the day.
Way high on the pitch, and a great catch from Thomas to keep that one from sailing to the backstop for ball 3 and a full count.
Well, for those of you that maybe aren't able to watch this and are just listening, I'll tell you what, that saved a run as he got way up on that pitch and makes the catch.
So 1 out, full count. The payoff pitch from Bradshaw to Cowan. Curveball misses up and in for ball 4, and Juab takes their first lead on the RBI base on balls by Connor Cowan. 6-5 your score here in the 6th.
Now Cowan's such a big bat in that lineup. You hate to just give in to him, and they were hoping to catch something maybe on the edges, but Cowan showed super discipline at the plate, takes the walk.
It brings the cleanup batter Luke Morostica to the plate now with the bases loaded and 1 out. First pitch misses up for ball 1.
Well, and this umpire zone's down, and it's been down all game. You know, the balls that have been missed have been missed up.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's in there for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Morostica's 2 for 3 in the game for Juab.
And Willie called it. He's swinging a hot bat.
Yes, he is. Has been up for a month, as you said earlier. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back out of play for strike 2 and a 1-2 count.
Well, did you hear the oohs on that one? The whole Juab crowd was like, ooh. They had a good hack at it right there, but, just a foul ball.
Coach Jacobson out of the dugout, moving his outfielders towards left field with the left-handed batter up. Breaking ball stays up for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Morostica. Bottom 6, 6-5 Juab as they've taken their first lead here this inning. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back, out of play.
I think he got fooled on that one, but he got just enough of it to stay alive. Just kind of threw the hands through and got the bat head on that.
Count remains 2-2. Bradshaw again out of the windup. Next pitch to Morostica. Swung on. Fouled off to the right side.
And this is a tough situation, too, if you're Bradshaw to come in, right? I mean, it's runners at second and third and the heart of the lineup for this Juab team, but he's battling on the mound right now.
2-2 pitch. Swung on, line drive. Caught it. Second. Throw to first is in time. Chandler McClellan doubles up Connor Cowan at second base. So an L4-3 double play hit into by Luke Morostica. But Juab has taken the lead as they get 1 run on 2 hits. No errors committed by Canyon View and 2 runners left on base through 6 innings of play in Game 1 of this 3A State Championship Series. It is Juab 6, Canyon View 5 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Marijuana has a lot of names and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed. Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life. Welcome back here to UCCU Ballpark at Utah Valley University as we go to the top of the 7th and final inning. Juab leading Canyon View 6-5. So last chance here for the Falcons. And for Canyon View, it will be the 4, 5, and 6 batters this inning. Bradshaw, Atwood, and Main. If they get to the 4th batter, that'll be Chandler McClellan, and Austin Park back out on the mound. But this will be his final batter. He was at 108 pitches, and he's got an 0-2 count now on Bradshaw. So he's reached his 110 limit. After he finishes his batter, he'll be done.
451 average for Bradshaw. There he
called strike 3, and Bradshaw will go down looking for the first out of the inning. 6th strikeout of the game for Austin Park, and that will do it for Park. A pitching change coming as his head coach dad heads to the mound. We're in the top of the 7th inning. A hug from Coach Park to Austin Park as they will make the change here. Juab leads Canyon View 6-5. Nobody on base with 1 out here on the top of the 7th inning when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Your home, life, and auto insurance deserve a winning team. Farmers Insurance Dan Cranny Agency introduces the newest member of the team, Gabe Cranny. Yep, it's now a doubleheader. But who needs insurance? If you own a home, farm, ranch, business, or have a spouse, children, or livestock, you need insurance. Get peace of mind with a winning team to make sure home sweet home stays that way. Call Dan or Gabe Cranny at Farmers Insurance in Richfield, 435-896-5453, 896-5453. America can depend on farmers.
This is more than just a job. It's a mission of caring. There's nothing more precious than a human life, and we all honor that responsibility. Beginning in 1932, we've been standing ready to serve our communities with trust, quality, and knowledge. And most of all, human connections.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
We're back here at the UCCU ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University as the change has been made for Juab. Luke Morostica and Austin Park will just trade places as Park will head to shortstop and Morostica will take over on the mound. And Willie, what do you know about Luke Morostica?
We got a 5.56 ERA for Mr. Morostica in 11 and a third innings of work. 9 strikeouts to 8 base on balls. So it looked like the one weakness might be trouble finding the strike zone from time to time. To find it there with the first pitch is a good sign.
He's been very good here at the state tournament when he's come on in these kind of situations. Not throwing a lot of pitches in a day, but he's been very good when he's been out there. Got that low strike for strike one to Atwood. Fly ball into deep right center field. Larson on his horse. That one's going to one-hop the wall. Price Atwood heading to second, rounding, looking for third, and he's going to get there easily. There he might just send him home, but Jacobson does put up the stop sign. There was a bobble on the cutoff, and Coach Jacobson holds the tying run at third with 1 out.
Well, that ball went in that right center field gap right there where the fence kind of makes the shift under the big scoreboard, and I'll tell you what, Atwood's got some wheels, too, as he was ripping around them bases. And big hit right there. And now a fly ball ties the game.
Yes, it does. Price Atwood been doing it all season. Juab pulls the infield in on the green turf. Zach Main at the plate. First pitch. It's going to get past Hansen, and that's going to score the tying run on the pass ball. 6-6 your score here in the top of the 7th.
You have to go back to your leaders that you went over at the beginning of the game. Atwood.
Yeah.
I mean, give the guy credit. We talk about certain guys, you're going to get what you're going to get out of them, right? And it's going to be those other guys step up. That's what you expect out of a Price Atwood. He's done it all year long. It comes up huge for his team right there.
His 34th run scored.
Yeah.
Coach Park out of the dugout to visit with his infield. Momentum.
Yeah, huge.
Right. Looks like it's all Juab's way. 1 out, nobody on base. And the leading hitter, average-wise at least for Canyon View, drives one into the right center field gap for a triple. And a pass ball ties the game.
Well, you go back to the way that the 6th inning ended, right? Line drive, double play.
Yeah.
You don't want to get doubled up there. Took him out of an inning.
2-0 count now to Maine as Morostica misses low and in. He'll square to bunt, pull it back, and watch strike one go by.
Yeah, and right now, Coach Jacobson not even really looking at the hitters. I think he told them, hey, if you want this, go out there and win it. Go get it.
2-1 pitch, swung on, hard ground ball, just foul down the third base line for strike 2 and a 2-2 count.
You talked about he's got a real good curveball, tight spin on the ball. We'll see if he can throw it right here on this count 2-2 because Maine was all over that fastball.
Coach Jacobson does come and say something to Maine here with the 2-2 count. 1 out, nobody on. The pitch from Morostica, breaking ball. Just stayed up and in for ball 3 and a full count.
He did. He went with the curveball and, like you say, just left it up in the zone just a little bit, but pretty good pitch.
Morostica out of the windup. Here's the payoff pitch to Maine. Swung on, high pop up. Looks like it'll stay in play. Cowan down the first baseline, calls for it, and makes the play for out number 2. A P3 for Maine. Pop up to the first baseman for the 2nd out of the inning.
That's a big play, but that was the right call as Cowan come in, called off the catcher and the pitcher both and said, I got it, and he stayed with it all the way, makes a nice play.
And that's an easier ball for him to see, getting up there like that, to be away from the ball a little bit.
Brings Chandler McClellan to the plate. First pitch, foul ball, strike 1. Well, and as you said, I don't think Kai Hansen saw it initially. He did get a beat on it after a minute, but at that point, Cowan had taken control. Strike 1 there to McClellan on the foul ball. Morostica out of the windup. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Stays up for ball 1.
Same thing. That pitch has been there as a ball. He's called it the ball all game long. He needs to start that a little bit lower.
The 1-1 pitch. Another breaking ball. That one stays in for a called strike 2 and a 1-2 count.
That nice adjustment from Morostica.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on base, and a tie ball game, 6-6. The 1-2. Fouled back out of play by McClellan to stay alive.
McClellan 0 for 3 so far, flew out to right, hit into a fielder's choice, and then flew out to center field. But he's played a great defense for Canyon View.
The 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. Cowan over, swallows it up, and steps on the bag for out number 3. So a ground out to first for the 3rd out of the inning. But Canyon View has evened the score. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors committed by Juab, and no runners left on base through 6.5 innings of play in Game 1 of this 3A State Championship Series. It's Canyon View 6, Juab 6 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders. Our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
To the bottom of the 7th inning we go here in Orem of the 3A State Championship Series between the Juab and Canyon View. Game tied at 6, and Juab brings the 5, 6, and 7 batters to the plate. Kai Hansen, Maddox Stoll, and Jimmy Larson. Jaron Bradshaw on the mound for Canyon View has a 1-1 count to Kai Hansen.
Yeah, both these two teams had to go to the bullpen, and it's a tie ball game. We'll see who goes and gets this one.
The 1-1. Get a miss low for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now to Hansen. Hansen looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2 in the game. He did get hit by a pitch in the 5th inning and came around to score what at the time was the tying run, or at least his position did. 2-1.
Came in hitting 373.
Called strike 2 there. The Juab crowd doesn't like it as he hits the top of the zone.
Well, Kai Hansen takes a step out of the box, looks down to Coach Ludlow, takes a deep breath.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss, ball in the dirt, picked up by Thomas. The throw down to first is in time, and Hansen will go down swinging for the first out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Jaron Bradshaw. Maddox Stoll swinging one of the hottest bats in the Juab lineup this week. He bats next. And Coach Jacobson's out of the dugout again, trying to move his outfield to left field.
Yeah, he's wanting to make sure, too, that they, no doubles defense here, right? Everybody needs to deepen up, make an adjustment, cover the corners, but they don't want to give up a double right here.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Next pitch from Bradshaw. Swung on, popped to the right side, down the line. Will it land fair? Just foul, about 2 feet for a long, loud strike 2 and an 0-2 count.
Well, we've seen him go that way. The last at-bat hit the foul ball and then come back and gap one in the left center field.
We might be getting free baseball tonight.
Pretty good crowd here. They probably won't mind it.
Yeah. Here's the 0-2 from Bradshaw. Misses up for ball 1. Stoll back in on the right side, the 1-2. Curveball fouled back to the screen. Stoll battles.
He was tracking that one. It didn't fool him. He was tracking it, just got under it.
Ludlow's kind of drifted back towards almost straight up center field now. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back out of play as Stoll continues to work.
Yeah, and Stoll, I like his demeanor in the box. He's just comfortable. He just steps in like, hey, I've got the box. It's mine, and I own the zone.
1-2 pitch popped into shallow
Trouble.
right field.
Trouble.
Coming in and going out. McClellan, a diving catch. Chandler McClellan with the play for Canyon View. A P4 for Stoll for the second out of the inning.
Well, so far he might be the defensive MVP. I
Yeah.
mean, he's made a backup play, a line drive double play, and that one might have just saved the game, because if that one bounces and kicks towards right field, Stoll's for sure going to get one, but maybe two.
Yeah. Great catch from McClellan, and that will bring Jimmy Larson to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch misses up from Bradshaw.
But look where he's playing, and that's where he was too the last
Yeah.
time. So he's already got a better angle, and he was able to make that play because of where he's playing with 2 outs.
For those of you listening and not seeing, he's 15 feet into right field as Larson fouls one down the right field line for strike 1.
That's where if you're a really good bunter, right, and obviously Stoll's not, he's trying to hit something to gap, you could push bunt towards second, and you're going to be safe all day.
The 1-1 pitch misses high and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bradshaw to the windup, the 2-1. In the dirt for ball 3 to Larson. Larson's 0 for 3 in the game, but he's reached twice on errors. Both errors on Canyon View were when he was hitting.
260 hitter to start the day.
Brady Anderson over to talk to Bradshaw.
Good speed from Larson, though. Should he get on? 6 stolen bases on the season.
3-1 pitch on the inside half for a called strike 2 and a full count.
Umpire rung him up and then changed it to count to strike 2.
Earlier he called strike 3 and didn't realize it was strike 3 and had to do a late ring up. Here's the payoff pitch with 2 outs. Drops off the table for ball 4, and that puts the winning run on base for Juab with 2 outs on the base on balls. Brock Richards coming to the plate. He re-entered for Andrew Woodland, who hit for him last inning and led the inning off with a single and scored what was the go-ahead run at the time. Larson with a 2-step lead at first. First pitch from Bradshaw misses up for ball 1 to Richards.
Yeah, Bradshaw having a hard time keeping his hat on after every pitch.
Yeah. We've seen that from several pitchers in recent years.
Yeah.
The style that you wear your hat is a little different. Makes it easy to pop off as, the pitching coach, Coach Mike, comes out for Canyon View.
Well, right here it's just to settle him down, saying, hey, yeah, you just walked one guy, but this is the part of the lineup that we want. This batter, Brock Richards, he was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts prior to them switch hitting. He's back in there now. Don't give him a hitter's count. Go right at him and challenge him. It's a tie ball game. We have 2 outs.
At the plate for Juab again is Richards. He has a 1-0 count. Jimmy Larson at first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Juab trying to secure a Game 1 win here in the 7th. Canyon View trying to force extras. Richards in on the right side. Larson a short lead at first. Bradshaw's going to throw over. Larson easily dives back. Bradshaw, quick throw over again as Larson dives back safely again. And when I say Larson has a short lead, like he's...
Yeah, 2 steps, 2.5.
Yeah, he's not far off the bag. There's the 1-0 to Richards. thought about it, held off, watches strike one go by for a 1-1 count.
Yeah, and he was probably taken until he gets a strike anyways, but now he's even.
Again, Bradshaw sets. The 1-1 pitch, swung on. Foul down the right field line for strike two and a 1-2 count to Richards.
Yeah, Richards has got to be able to, shorten up his swing, but cover the plate. He's got to be aggressive at anything close below the hands in the zone.
The 1-2 pitch. Just misses for ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pretty good spot there from Bradshaw. Richards, though, didn't bite. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Drops off low for ball 3 and a full count.
And now this gets the runner going right here on the pitch. Got to make sure he goes home, but now a ball in a gap with him running gets him going. Might have a chance at scoring.
Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled to the right side. Out of play as Richards battles. Juab crowd calling for a balk. Bradshaw sets. Again, Larson takes off. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Bradshaw gets Richards to go down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. 2nd strikeout of the game for Jaron Bradshaw. And we'll play extras here on a Friday night in Orem. And game 1 of the 3A State Championship Series. It's Canyon View 6, Juab 6. The 8th inning when we come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
To the top of the 8th inning we go here at Utah Valley University in the first game of this 3A State Championship Series as the Juab Wasps and Canyon View Falcons are tied at 6. Canyon View, the visiting team in this game, will bring the 8, 9, and 1 batters to the plate. Jake Thomas followed by Cannon Williams, then Bubba Ludlow. If they get to the 4th batter, that will be Asher Slack. Luke Morostica on the mound for Juab. Has a 1-0 count quickly to Thomas. Next one misses up and in for ball 2 and a quick hitter's count for the catcher Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas was almost hoping to get hit by that pitch right there too. I think the catcher, was that the little earpiece they get the signs from that he was tossing over? Or
I guess couldn't tell.
Something, yeah, I couldn't tell.
So a 2-0 count to Thomas. Morostica working out of the windup. That one's on the inside edge for a called strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. A 2-1 to Thomas. Just low for ball 3. 3-1 count.
Yeah, and I'm betting he's taken right here. You need base runners at this point. Doesn't matter how you get on.
3-1 pitch, swung on, high pop-up. It'll stay in the infield. Park calls for it. Nope. He's going to be called off by Richards right behind the bag, and Richards will make the play for out number 1. A P4 for Thomas. Pop up to the second baseman for the 1st out of the inning.
Well, I agree with you, Coach. I think they should have been taken there, get the base runners on here. But,
Yeah, even if it's a strike, right? Then it's just full count. It still puts the pressure back on the pitcher to come with that same pitch again. But nonetheless, they're swinging and out number one.
Cannon Williams stands on the right side. Curveball misses up for ball one. Next one swung on, high pop-up. Connor Cowan drifts into foul territory and can't make the play as he got a little turned up, overran it, and new life for Cannon Williams on strike one for a 1-1 count.
Yeah, that's those extra outs.
Yep.
Made a great second effort on it, if you want to call it a second effort, as that ball kind of drifted on him and just couldn't come up with it.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on base here in the top of the 8th inning. 6-6 your score. Called strike 2 to Williams on the inside half. One ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch, swung on, fouled to the right side. That one will get out of play as Williams battles.
I thought right there that maybe Marostica would go with the curveball, where he stayed with the fastball, so we'll see what he does on this pitch.
There's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, high pop up to the right side again. Cowan and Richards both go into foul territory. Richards calls for it, and he can't make the catch near the bullpen. Again, new life for Cannon Williams.
Yeah, 1-2 count, and he went with the fastball again.
Well, it's pretty dark over there in that corner as you get towards the corner of that bullpen where it meets the foul line, the fence there.
You know, Marostica doesn't want to hit him with a curveball, but still I think you got to go challenge him. Throw the curveball, mix something up. He just keeps seeing that fastball.
The 1-2. Swung on, high fly ball to center field. Trevin Park came in, moves to his left, and makes the catch for out number 2. So an F8 for Williams for the second out of the inning. Brings Bubba Ludlow to the plate for the Falcons. 2 outs and nobody on.
And he's been the fire plug tonight for the Canyon View Falcons.
Yes, he's scored half their runs. Coach Park
must have repaired the earpiece or whatever it was.
Yep.
Yep, he's sticking the back in his ear.
Two outs and nobody on base here in the top of the 8th. Pitch from Marostica to Ludlow on the inside edge of the curveball for strike 1.
And right now Marostica is just sticking with the fastball. He's just going to challenge these hitters, tie game, top of the 8th.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Well, if he keeps it down there, that's a good place to challenge him.
That's a tough pitch to hit.
Takes the sign from Hansen. Here's the 0-2 to Ludlow. Chases the high one, flies it into right center field. Park calls for it. He'll come over and make the play for the 3rd out of the inning as Marostica sits him down in order 1, 2, 3 they go. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no runners left on base through 7.5 innings of play here in Game 1 of this 3A State Championship Series. It's Canyon View 6, Juab 6 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com. Your car carries...
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people, and many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
To the bottom of the 8th inning we go here in Orem with a tie ball game here in Game 1 of this state championship series between Juab and Canyon View, and Juab brings the 9-1-2 batters to the plate this inning to face Jaron Bradshaw. Hayden Adams, ground ball to the left side, diving stop by Slack, but Adams will reach on the infield single. So the winning run is on base for Juab. He'll be followed by Trevin Park, then Austin Park, and if they get to Connor Cowan, he will bat fourth.
So here's the decision and what we ran into a little bit before. We've seen Park being able to execute a bunt, sacrifice, move the runners. You do that, Coach Jacobson's going to counter and turn around and walk Austin Park.
Yeah.
And now you got the force on, but still probably the move to go to.
Yeah, we'll see what Coach Park does here with Trevin Park. Does not square to bunt. Ball pops away, though, from Thomas, and Adams takes off and stakes second base on the pass ball.
Okay, now we're throwing at you again. You bunt him to third. You walk Park, you walk Cowan to load the bases, but still Morostica, I think you got to bunt him to third now for sure.
Yeah, we'll see what they do again. It's a 1-0 count to Trevin Park. Runner on second for Juab. Coming set is Bradshaw. 1-0 pitch, does not square to bunt. Tried to hold back a swing, couldn't do it. Strike one and a 1-1 count.
Yeah, it's just so important to get that winning run 90 feet away. Then a pass ball, anything, right? You win the game.
That's the thing. You square around and causing confusion. Maybe the ball gets back to the backstop again.
Just throws the bat out there, caught by Bradshaw off the mound on a little pop-up for out number one. So a P1 for Trevin Park for the first out of the inning. That brings Austin Park to the plate. Seeing if Coach Jacobson's going to want to put him on or not. No sign yet from the Canyon View dugout. Again, they intentionally walked him back in the sixth.
Yep.
And now they will put Park on. So for the second time today, Austin Park is intentionally walked. He goes to first. Hayden Adams is at second. That puts the double play ball on for Canyon View with Connor Cowan coming to the plate.
Yeah, just smart move by Coach Jacobson. First base open. Once again, if he's at third, it's a little harder to do that.
First pitch curveball, misses up for ball one to Cowan.
Well, now if you're outfielders for Canyon View too, you got to be able to make the catch, play deep enough, but a base hit, you've got to be able to throw the runner out. Winning run at second base.
The 1-0. Swung on high, pop up into shallow right field. Coming in is Williams, going out is McClellan, and McClellan with another great catch. Tagging though is Adam. Did they say it's safe?
I think he's saying on the exchange.
Yeah, I mean, he made another incredible catch to McClellan. Hayden Adams tags and goes from second to third. And so he will move 90 feet closer. 2 outs, though, now in the inning with Luke Morostica coming to the plate.
Yeah, he called out, and definitely you could see it on the replay. Clearly it was a catch and then dropped it on the exchange. But
wow, what a play.
Yeah, once again, defensively, Chandler McClellan having a game.
So a P4 for Cowan, pop up to second for the second out of the inning. Runners at first and third now for Juab with Luke Morostica coming to the plate. 2 outs now in the inning.
Now here's the thing.
I wouldn't be surprised if he walks Luke Morostica right here to face Kai Hansen, a right-handed pitcher. Good matchup there. After Yeah, Marostica stung that ball last time. Just a good line drive catch for that double play by McClellan.
Yeah, hit it hard.
Yeah, and you got Hansen. You know, it's been hit by a pitch, but other than that, he's 0 for 3.
Yeah, Kai's struggled at the plate tonight.
Morostica's 2 for 4, but as you said, that last one that was a L4-3 double play was hit really hard at McClellan. But he stands on the left side. Austin Park was about 6 inches off the bag. They throw over to him.
And I think if Park stays at first, you have a better chance of seeing them pitch to Morostica. But, yeah, if he goes a second at all, they automatically walk him.
And you can see Park has no intention of leaving.
No.
As Morostica fouls off the first pitch for strike one. And when I say he has no intention of leaving, he's 8 inches off the bag.
Coach Park recognizes it. He wants Luke to swing away right here.
0-1 count with 2 outs.
Luke does have 4 home runs on the season. So
game-winning run is at third.
He's got some pop in the bat.
Pitch from Bradshaw. Swung on, fly ball into left center field. Moving to his left is Atwood. Settles underneath it and makes the play for out number 3. So an F7 for Luke Morostica for the third out of the inning. Let's play 9 as Juab threatens but does not score. No runs on 1 hit, no errors by Canyon View, and 2 runners left on base through 8 complete in Game 1 of this 3A State Championship Series. It's Canyon View 6, Juab 6 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Marijuana has a lot of names, and even more opinions about it. It's a gray area. And even though we don't know everything about it, we do know that the adolescent brain is still under construction until early adulthood. A developing brain's gray matter, the stuff that lets kids think, analyze, and create, can be impacted by misusing cannabis at a young age. So talk to your kids. Let them know that gray matters.
To learn more, visit graymatters.utah.gov.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed. Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life. We're back here at UCCU Ballpark at Utah Valley University. To the top of the 9th we go here in Game 1 of this 3A State Championship Series. First pitch swinging slack. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Park. Throw to first is in time for the 6-3 ground out and the first out of the inning as Canyon View goes 2-3-4. Slack, Brady Anderson, then Jaron Bradshaw. If they get to the 4th batter, that'll be Price Atwood. 1 out in the inning with Luke Morostica on the mound. Brady Anderson stands in on the left side. First pitch, just off the plate outside for ball 1. It's interesting. It almost seems like he's giving that pitch when it's to a right-handed batter, but not to the left-handed batter.
Yep, I was thinking the same thing.
Part of that, I think, is where he's set up, right?
Yeah.
Behind the plate.
Swing and a miss, strike 1 there, though, to Anderson for the 1-1 count. Morostica out of the windup. Swung on, high pop up to the left side. Park calls for it. Drifts into the green turf and makes the play for out number 2, a P6 for Anderson for the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring Jaron Bradshaw to the plate. Bradshaw stands in on the right side. First pitch, misses up and in for ball 1.
Yeah, he's 1 for 4, reached on an error and scored.
Does have a pair of RBIs. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, line drive into left. That's down for a hit for Bradshaw as he delivers with a 2-out single for the Falcons to put the go-ahead run on base.
Well, and the dangerous Jaron Bradshaw coming to the plate.
Price Atwood.
Or Price Atwood, yeah.
They are going to bring on a speed-up runner for him. It looks like that'll be Jeter Sanders.
Well, and Atwood, he walked in the first, reached on the fielder's. No, he had a double.
Yeah,
it was a double. Then he, 1-3 back in the fourth, and then triple, and scored that tying run that was huge in the seventh.
Yes. So he stands in on the left side. He was the first batter that Marostica faced. 2 outs and 1 on here in the top of the ninth. Breaking ball. Drops in for a called strike 1.
Well, he ripped that ball, too.
Yeah, he did. Swinging a foul tip, strike 2 and an 0-2 count.
That was a really good pitch from Marostica on the outside part of the plate, and Atwood just pulled off it.
So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. Runner on first.
Hansen set up out there again. I think that's a good idea.
The 0-2 pitch, runner takes off, misses. Throw to second is not in time, but he slid off the bag. He slid over the bag and will be tagged out for the 3rd out of the inning as Canyon View threatens, but they do not score. No runs on 1 hit, no errors committed by Juab, and no runners left on base through 8.5 innings of play in Game 1 of this 3A State Championship Series. It's Canyon View 6, Juab 6 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
This is more than just a job. It's a culture, and it's how we do things here. Since 1932, our values of teamwork, accountability, and quality have driven us. There's nothing more precious than a human life, and we all honor that responsibility. We are standing ready for when you need us, to serve you with our hearts, our minds, and our experience. And most of all, human connections.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Barrett's Foodtown has been your hometown grocer since 1935, earning your business every day with its fast, friendly, and convenient services. Barrett's meat department is second to none. You don't have to call someone out of the back room to get that special cut of meat you desire and deserve. You don't have to play card games or put up with troublesome gimmicks. You save money every time you shop Barrett's Foodtown. Barrett's Foodtown supports local schools and sporting events. Shop Barrett's Foodtown in Salina or click on barrettsfoodtown.com or follow Barrett's on Facebook.
To the bottom of the ninth inning we go here in Game 1 of this 3A State Championship Series, and we're tied at 6 between Canyon View and Juab. Juab brings the 5, 6, and 7 batters to the plate this inning. Kai Hansen, Maddox Stoll, and Jimmy Larson. If they get to the 4th batter, that'll be Brock Richards. Jaron Bradshaw on the mound for Canyon View has an early 1-1 count to Hansen. Hansen's looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3 in the game. Did get hit by a pitch, and Jack Peterson, his speed-up runner, did come around to score back in the 5th inning. Little visit between the pitcher and catcher. Bradshaw working again out of the windup now. 1-1 pitch to Hansen, swung on and fouled back to the screen, strike 2.
Well, Hansen felt like he, in my mind, felt like he kind of got cheated his last at-bat on that one, called strike 2. It got in his own head a little bit, ends up striking out. So, I've been looking forward to this at-bat to see how he responds.
1-2 pitch, swung on, ground ball to the left side. Maine throwing to first is in time for the 5-3 ground out and the first out of the inning. Zach Maine was playing in the 5-6 hole.
Literally. I was just going to say, that's a base hit. Other than when you look up, Zach Maine's playing there, positioned him perfectly. I guess they didn't feel like he could get around on the inside pitch.
So it'll bring Maddox Stoll to the plate now for Juab. He stands on the right side. First pitch swung on, line drive off the glove of Maine, who was positioned right again. He tried to jump and catch it, and Stoll stung one through the leather for a one-out single into left.
Once again, he's positioned perfectly for those two hitters. Most coaches and people like your third baseman protecting the foul line, not giving up, that no doubles defense.
Right? Yeah.
But no, they've got him playing literally in the 5-6 hole. Makes the first play, and that one literally off the tip of his glove.
So Coach Park makes the tough decision here of pinch running for Maddox Stoll. And I say tough decision because he can't come back now. He's already re-entered once as Jack Peterson comes in to run for him. So Peterson on first, Jimmy Larson at the plate. Larson is 0 for 3, but has reached base 3 times in the game.
11 stolen bases for Peterson.
Throw to first, not in time.
Well, and Stoll's had a heck of a great game at the plate. Obviously, he's the DH for a reason. Swings a really good bat for this Juab team.
First pitch to Larson, swung on and fouled. Strike one.
When you see Maine, he's going right back to that 5-6 hole. He kind of likes it. And now he's going to work maybe in a little bit closer towards third and in on the grass a little bit.
The 0-1 pitch, swung on and fouled to the right side, out of play for strike 2 and an 0-2 count. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. Canyon View tied it in the top of the 7th on a triple from Price Atwood, then he scored on a pass ball. Since then, the two teams have been scoreless. Throw to first nearly got away, but Anderson made a nice catch over the top of Peterson to save the air.
Yeah, and that's not only save the air, but save one base for sure and maybe two, depending on how that gets down the line.
This week, anything that's gotten past there has almost always been 2 bases. There's a lot of space as ball 1 misses high and away to Larson. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bradshaw sets. The 1-2. Runner takes off, swung on, and diving stop by Slack at short. Throw to first is not in time. An infield single for Jimmy Larson. Asher Slack made an incredible play as he was moving towards the base. Dove back the other way, but Larson just beats the throw.
Yeah, he did, and that we seen that earlier in the game. Shortstop, right-handed batter, going to cover the bag on a base runner that's moving instead of playing the position first and then getting to the bag. Otherwise, he doesn't even get to the ball. If he covers the bag, he doesn't get to it, but because he was going, he was able to come back. But if not, he's able to get that ball, flip it to second base for the out, or even first base, I guess.
Great play by Slack, but it's an infield single. The game-winning run is at second base with Brock Richards at the plate as he watches ball 1 go by up.
Yeah, and they probably don't get the runner going to second, but at least he gets the out at first base.
Yeah. There's the 1-0. Swung on, high pop up in the infield. McClellan calls for it.
Infield fly, yeah.
Infield fly is called. So Richards hits into the P4 for the second out of the inning. So Hayden Adams comes to the plate. He got his first hit of the game last inning. He led it off with a single into left. And he went down the line, and now you can see Zach Maine coming back closer to the third base line. Bradshaw sets. First pitch to Adams. Misses up and in for ball 1. Bottom of the 9th. here in Game 1 of the 3A State Championship Best of 3 Series. The 1-0. Swung on. High fly ball to left center field. Coming in is Ludlow and makes the catch. Let's play 10 here in Orem as Juab threatens, but they do not score. No runs on 2 hits. No errors by Canyon View and 2 runners left on base. Through 9 complete. It is Canyon View 6, Juab 6 in Game 1 of this Best of 3 Championship Series on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Every morning when I walk in the door, I'm still at an awe. The quality of beef that we're harvesting here at Bar W, in my 40 years of experience, I have never seen beef after beef after beef of the extreme quality. Every single one of them that are coming through are top shelf.
At Manti Family Dental, we're not just fixing teeth, we're crafting smiles with a hometown touch. Our comprehensive care from crowns to Invisalign allows us to treat the young and the young at heart. Manti Family Dental is veteran-owned and backed by Dr. Carlisle's 13 years of expertise and a heart for Manti's community.
I'm Dr. Carlisle. My wife and I chose to raise our family where roots run deep. Here, every patient is treated like a neighbor, whether it's IV sedation to remove your wisdom teeth or getting an implant to replace a missing tooth. We ensure your dental health is in caring hands.
So give us a call to schedule a visit and discover the difference at Manti Family Dental.
You're watching live high school sports action on TeamHive.live.
To the 10th inning we go here in Orem. And Willie, I know you only have 10 innings on your score sheet.
This thing better get over.
6-6 your score between Juab and Canyon View. And first pitch swinging is Price Atwood, and he drills it into center field to put the go-ahead run on for the Falcons.
Well, and I'll bet you'll see Coach Jacobson either try to just go ahead and bunt him over or at least let him use his wheels and steal a base here.
Atwood was at the plate when Sanders got caught stealing last inning with a 1-2 count, and now he put first pitch swings on this one.
Well, he's got 12 stolen bases on the season.
That'll bring Zach Main to the plate, followed by Chandler McClellan. Main does square to bunt down the first base side, and he'll be tagged out by Morostica, who fielded it right as he was crossing the ball for out number 1, but it does move Atwood into scoring position here in the top of the 10th. Sacrifice bunt by Zach Main.
Well, do you walk him and set up the force play, Coach?
You know, it's not a bad idea because you got then 8-9 who have.
Well, he's 0 for 4.
Yeah, not necessarily had a good day, but yeah, McClellan struggled as well. He's put the bat on it, but
they conferred and they did agree that he tagged him. So yeah, these bottom 3 for Canyon View are 1 for 12 in the game.
McClellan, obviously, in my opinion, is the best hitter of the 3, as they show that replay again right there on the tag, but. You know, gives Canyon View credit. They got the execution of the bunt down. Now that tying or that go-ahead runs at second base.
First pitch misses up for ball 1.
Well, you can pitch to him carefully too. See if you can get him to, offer it something out of the strike zone.
Yeah. Got time called by McClellan.
Well, he may be taken too till he gets a strike, and then we'll see what Coach Jacobson and McClellan decides to do at the plate.
It's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Didn't let him swing away.
Coach Jacobson now comes down the line to talk to him about it. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the 10th. Game 1 of this 3A State Championship Series. The 1-1 from Morostica. Just misses low for ball 2 and a 2-1 count.
And he knows that's where he's got to go to get those strikes called. And like you said, Willie, maybe just trying to get him to swing over the top, roll over, ground out on that pitch down.
Takes the sign from Hansen. 2-1 pitch. on the outside edge for a called strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes to McClellan.
Well, the outfield pretty deep still, so good wheels on the bases. Base hit should score him easily.
Yep, Atwood takes the lead at second. Pretty good lead. No one holding him on. The 2-2. Called strike 3, and McClellan will go down looking for the second out of the inning and the first strikeout of the game for Luke Marostica. Comes at a big time. 2 outs now here in the top of the 10th with Jake Thomas coming to the plate.
Yeah, Coach Park's got to like where they're at. Now is the, like you said, they get to 8-9, but even the 7-8-9 with that runner at scoring position, but it only takes one. Coach Jacobson hoping for that clutch hit.
First pitch to Thomas on the inside edge for a called strike 1 from Marostica. Thomas does have the 1 hit out of these bottom 3 hitters in Canyon View's order. It was an infield single back in the second inning. Checks Atwood, the 0-1. Swung on, ground ball to the right side. Richards gets to it, gets to his feet, throw to first is not in time. Richards saves the run by getting to the ball in the hole, but he can't get the out. An infield single for Thomas keeps the hope alive for Canyon View.
Yeah, and he just kind of stumbled, couldn't get his footing. He's upset with himself, but nonetheless, he saved the run. That's the most important thing right there. By at least diving and laying out for that. He fields it, keeps the runner at third base.
Infield going to come together on their own on the mound for Juab. Still 2 outs in the inning, and that brings Cannon Williams to the plate.
You know, Cannon 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts and then a flyout, but his flyout to center field, he had a really good at-bat. Fouled some pitches off.
First pitch from Marostica. Ground ball to the left side. Adams fields it. Throw to first is through. Cowan! That's going to score the go-ahead run for the Falcons on the 5th error of the game for Juab. And 2 on base. And they're going to call interference on Connor Cowan. I think going to give second base to Williams. Let's see what they do here. Yes, They will. So Cowan ended up running into Williams as he tried to go get the ball that went past. And so 2 in scoring position for Canyon View with the top of the order coming to the plate with 2 outs, and they lead at 7-6 here in the 10th.
Yeah, and Coach Park's going to go out and talk to the umpire about that. I think they're just saying, interference as he, interfered with the runner who made an attempt to go to second as he's trying to get the ball. And that's just what he's checking on. But this is a tough situation because you just give up the go-ahead run right there. Now you're trailing 7-6. Runners at second, third, and you're right at the top of the order.
Ludlow again reached and scored his first 3 plate appearances. His last 2, he's flown out to right and flown out to center. He stands on the right side with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Canyon View leads at 7-6 here in the top of the 10th inning. First pitch from Marostica. Swung on into left center field. 2 runs will come in for the Falcons as Ludlow delivers. He's looking for second, and he's going to come in standing up. A 2-run double. Make it 9-6 Canyon View here in the 10th.
That good piece of hitting right there, Ludlow. He's been aggressive. First pitch, swinging. Gets a pitch out over the plate, gets his hands through the zone, and drives it into left center field for the double and 2 RBIs.
And that brings Asher Slack to the plate now for Canyon View. Still 2 outs in the inning. Marostica sets. First pitch to Slack. Fouls it back to the screen, strike 1.
Now Slack 2 for 5. Double and a single.
The 0-1 misses up for ball one. You look at Canyon View's 9 runs, only 4 of them earned.
Yeah.
Both coaches talked about that before the game. Got to play clean baseball.
Yeah. Got to make the outs when they come to you. Can't give them extra ones.
Got time called to the plate by Slack. The 1-1 count. Breaking ball. Stays up for ball 2 and a 2-1 count now to Slack. Two-one pitch. Swung on. It's going to be fouled back out of play for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got good speed at second base, so obviously he's going to be going on the swing.
Yeah, with 2 outs, anything to the outfield will plate that run. Time called again by Slack at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. 9-6. Canyon View leads Juab here in the top of the 10th. The 2-2 pitch. Ludlow takes off. Fouled back out of play as Slack battles.
Yeah, and obviously 2 outs. Shortstop, second base. They're fielding their position. They're not going to worry about the runner at second. So Ludlow says, I'll take third.
Yeah. Marostica takes the sign and sets. Going to turn and throw to second, and nearly had him. The throw was a little bit high, but a good timing play. Just about had Ludlow, but he dove back safely.
Yeah, got it tag on the helmet as the hand got in there first.
Count remains 2-2. Pitch from Marostica. Breaking ball. It's going to go off the glove of Hansen, and Ludlow will move up on the pass ball. Ball 3.
Yeah, now you can't afford another pass ball. Got to keep everything in front, but you want to get strike 3 right here, or at least maybe get a ground ball or a pop up to the outfield.
Marostica out of the windup now. The payoff pitch to Slack. Hits him in the back. And Slack will head to first. Runners on the corners for Canyon View, with Brady Anderson coming to the plate. Two outs in the inning. This inning started with a leadoff single by Price Atwood before a sacrifice bunt out and then a strikeout. Then it was a single, an error, a double, now a hit by pitch. Hansen drops another one, but kept this one close enough that the runner at third couldn't come home. They do give up second base, though, to Slack. On ball 1 to Anderson. Anderson's 0 for 5 in the game. Chance to drive in 2 more runs here. Fouls this one back out of play for strike 1.
Yeah, I was just going to say, too, it probably helps Juab that Asher Slack went ahead and got down to second base, because now they were holding the runner on. Now they can play back. He's already grounded out to first base a couple times, but be able to just play your position.
The 1-1. This is outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Marostica sets. A 2-1 to Anderson. Swung on, popped up in the infield. Adams coming over. He'll call for it in foul territory and make the play for out number 3. A P5 for Anderson, but Canyon View has taken control as they get 3 runs. They do so on 3 hits in the inning, 1 error committed by Juab, and 2 runners left on base. Through 9.5 innings of play in Game 1 of this 3A State Championship Series, it's Canyon View 9, Juab 6 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.
Homes aren't one size fits all, so why should your home insurance be any different? Farmers Home Insurance packages offer coverage options you can tailor to fit you. Discover straightforward home coverage options and more by calling Farmers Agent Dan and Gabe Cranny at 435-896-5453. That's Dan and Gabe Cranny at 435-896-5453.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Riverton Chevy is more than just a dealership. For over 103 years, our family has proudly served this community because Utah is our home. Through our Everyday Champions program, we celebrate those who make our community stronger. Military, teachers, and first responders, our local champions never pay for oil changes with the purchase of a new vehicle. Thank you for making Riverton Chevy your dealership for over a century. Visit us today in South Jordan or online at rivertonchevy.com. Still the Chevyweight champion.
To the bottom of the 10th inning we go. Last chance now for Juab as they trail Canyon View 9-6. The Wasps have the top of the order coming to the plate. Trevin Park, Austin Park, and Connor Cowan. If they get to the fourth batter, that's Luke Morostica. Jaron Bradshaw on the mound has a quick 0-2 count to Trevin Park.
Well, they got a tall order. They got to score more runs in this one inning than they've scored in any other inning so far tonight. So,
yeah,
got to have at least 3.
Canyon View put up 3 in the top half. There's the 0-2 to Park, way outside and low for ball 1 and a 1-2 count.
I didn't want to give him anything good. 0-2 right there.
5 errors in the game for Juab.
I think they've all been throwing errors too, haven't they?
Well, Bradshaw came in a really tough spot, right? Got the double play to kind of get him out of a tough jam. Juab, had tied the game. But since then, it's been lights out for Bradshaw.
Yeah.
And put up 3 zeros up there.
He's allowed 3 hits since that time when he came in the 6th inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Park thought about it, held off, watches ball 2 go by for the 2-2 count. Bradshaw working out of the windup. The 2-2 delivery. Just misses outside. The Canyon View crowd came to their feet wanting the strikeout. They don't get it. Full count to Trevin Park. He steps back in on the right side. After being down 0-2, it's now a full count. Bradshaw steps off the mound. He resets. Takes the sign. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled back out of play as Trevin Park battles to stay alive.
Yeah, that's a key at bat for Juab. If they can get Park on, kind of breathe some life back into them a little bit. Canyon View goes out, gets him out right here if they got 2 outs to work with.
Again, the payoff pitch. Breaking ball in there for a called strike 3. And Trevin Park will go down looking for the first out of the inning and 3rd strikeout of the game for Jaron Bradshaw.
Yeah, Park thought it was a little bit up in the zone maybe, but umpire said close enough.
So that'll bring Austin Park to the plate now for Juab. With 1 out, no one on, down 3 runs here in the bottom of the 10th. First pitch from Bradshaw. He'll square to bunt. Fouls it off for strike 1.
Yeah, and he's seen where McClellan's been playing,
and
way
playing
deep. And, the whole infield, right? Even Brady Anderson now comes in a couple steps at first, but trying to get a base hit bunt, just get on base.
0-1. Misses low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Austin has been intentionally walked each of his last 2 plate appearances. He's 1 for 3 in the game with a triple and 2 flyouts. Here's the 1-1 from Bradshaw. On the outside edge for a called strike 2 and a 1-2 count. Park steps back in, close as he can get to the plate. The 1-2. Swung on, line drive into center field. Ludlow goes back and makes the catch on the run. Park hit it well, but Ludlow makes the play for out number 2, and the Wasps are down to their final out of this game.
Yeah, ball was hit hard on the line, but like you said, outfield for Canyonview already playing deep. Ludlow with good speed, able to make the catch back there in kind of that right center field, but I mean really more center, just on that shortstop side, back behind that logo.
Brings Connor Cowan to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Pitch from Bradshaw. Curveball. Misses for ball 1. Cowan is 2 for 4 in the game. Thomas wanted the pitch call to come in again from the dugout. Was asking for it from the dugout. 1-0 count. Pitch from Bradshaw. Big swing and a miss, strike 1.
And right now, home run's nice, cuts it to 2 runs, but the more you can string some hits together here, maybe get a 2-out rally going, that's going to be better than a home run.
1-1. Misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now to Cowan.
Cowan's had really good at-bats today, too.
The 2-1. Curveball fouled back to the screen for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, a home run would be nice if you had 3 guys with white shirts on each one of them bases out there, and then somebody hit it.
Yeah.
With 2 strikes, the Canyonview crowd comes to their feet. Bradshaw out of the windup. The 2-2 to Cowan. Swung on, high pop up in the infield. Everyone comes running in. It'll be Anderson that makes the catch. And Canyonview wins game 1 of this best-of-3 series in 10 innings, 9-6 over Juab. We'll take the break and come back with our post-game show next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Centricom, Team Hive, and KSL Sports.